You ready?
Yeah, man, let's get it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah. All right. Yes, buddy. Okay. Music's playing. You ready for this one? This is technically episode 1. Are you ready?
No, last one was not episode 1?
No, it was like a test. I couldn't use it. I don't even think we said it.
Really?
That's why this one's like we got 15 seconds to hit. We need a fucking. And let's hit it. All right, we are live now.
Oh, we are live.
Live.
Oh, yeah, we got a little bit.
Let me start this Audacity bullshit. We didn't need that running before.
Oh, we didn't.
No. That's Lewis, by the way. Lewis is here.
Where
Lewis, we need some audio. We have some audio issues. We could use you right about now, buddy.
Yeah, you should definitely swing by afterwards.
He's probably still out.
How's it going, good people? It's Monday morning.
How long have you been since we streamed the last time?
Think about 3 weeks. Something like that. And we did stream around
No, we had a good. It was a good stream. It just didn't. I just wanted to test it so I can watch the video and all that stuff. Rate the game. So you guys are coming in. Tell us if that comes in better, dude. I think it is because it kind of raised when I was talking. I might have went super high.
This is why you completely big one.
This is why we're paying.
A little bit better. Let me know if you want
A little bit higher. Oh, the song's still going. Oh, well, that's my fault. I was supposed to turn that off. Song should have been out.
He's a goofy.
That's the problem, dude. Like I hate not being able to hear what's on the fucking computer, man.
Well, you know what?
That's so annoying.
We'll figure it out. Is that a little bit better? I think this should be better.
Nah, we should sound a lot clearer now. It was the song that was overtaking us. The song wasn't supposed to be playing that whole time. No, remember last time, Lewis, fucking we were hearing feedback or some shit, dude.
Yeah, we were.
But if you can go higher, do it.
No, I think any more higher than this, we should be fine.
Yeah, because then maybe we just got to be closer. Yeah, that's what it is. We're not, because now I hear myself super better. I don't think I was close enough to the mic.
Yeah, that's
now I sound a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might sound kind of too fucking loud now.
Yeah.
No, but I like it. This is how it is at my house. I like hearing myself. I like it to the point where, like, if someone comes in the room, I can't hear them. So I'm hearing myself bitch at them, like, get the fuck out.
How we sound?
While they're just, like, a mute. It's Freddie. What's going on, Freddie?
Be right back. Yo, what's going on, dude? I hope you're not driving and watching the Twitch live, man, because that's kind of...
I mean, if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, sometimes the best of us got to go.
Well, you know, now that you mention it, this whole driving thing and getting shot and stuff like that, you've been having a lot of issues in your area right here with that. Have you seen that?
Yeah, dude. I seen the video. I didn't hear it.
This is 2 separate incidences, though, that I'm referring to.
What happened? What was the second one?
Okay, so you remember the first one. So for those of you who don't know, literally half a block, or is it on your block?
It's a block down.
If
a block north.
Half a block, if anything.
Yeah.
A half a block down from this guy's apartment, a state trooper was trying to pull over a car, and apparently those people were drunk, so they try to take off, and I guess the trooper tried to grab the wheel and took off with them. That's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah. So
it seemed like he took off with them and then turned them.
So I don't know if the state trooper got grabbed and he got dragged, or he held on and the guy kept on going. I don't know.
I feel like he was holding onto the wheel.
It looked like he was holding onto the door, but I mean, I don't know. And so the pole, it was a white. I think it was a white Volkswagen, and it smashed into a light pole, and the guy like dipped out the passenger side, and he just went north.
I heard the 2 ladies stayed. There was 2 ladies in the car.
Yeah, but they weren't the drivers.
No, I'm saying
You know?
though, like they're gonna find this guy, or they're gonna take the heat. Someone has to take the heat.
I mean, she's not the driver, so she's not a. They're not. They weren't in charge.
But
of it.
you mean to tell me they don't know who the driver is? You know what I'm saying?
You know, Chicago is pretty interesting, bro. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So what was the second
then
incident? Yeah.
Second incident
Yeah, what's up?
was. Let me see. I have the picture here. I'm gonna show you the picture after I explain to you. I'm actually surprised you didn't hear about this.
I actually.
It was on June 8th.
June 8th.
So this happened around, I think 4 or 5 no, it had to be a little bit later in the morning. Maybe like 6 in the morning or something like that. Right here off the expressway, someone got shot. I think multiple people got shot.
Oh shit.
Right here, right off the expressway, right off the ramp right there.
Okay.
Dead.
Really?
Dead. Oh yeah. So let me show you. There's a picture. Slouched over, shot up, and they were pulling out somebody from the back passenger seat. I saw this on the Pilsen Coalition neighborhood or something like that.
Damn, that's crazy.
What's with all these shootings on the expressway? I don't understand it.
You know what, man? And it's
Why is that a common thing? Is that something you've had to deal with?
no, actually, anything that happens on the expressway, that's all state police, man. So state police just deals with that themselves. So, I mean, if they need help, we'll help out. But people just see if you get charged in Chicago for gun possessions, you literally could be out on bond, like in a couple of hours.
I feel like the system's kind of screwed up in some sense.
And that's a whole different conversation, man. That's a whole different conversation.
But and it's crazy because
you can play cops and robbers all
you
day.
and Orlando don't really affiliate with each other in that sense, but have the same ideology. In that,
oh my god, yeah.
Because he says the same exact thing.
Yeah, dude. So you can play cops and robbers all you want, man. But if you can't put them like when you were younger, throw them like on the other side of the gate. If nobody's holding them, then fuck it. You're playing cops and robbers again and shit. Right. So it's kind of what it is.
But this is crazy that all this is happening right here, because this is supposed to be the better side of Pilsen.
The east side of Pilsen.
Better
like
side.
South Loop.
Better side of Pilsen. And like where our boy Rick lives and where I used to live, that's supposed to be the worst side. Yeah. Especially where he lives. Because like a block or two away or like it's hot right there.
Yeah.
It's hot.
So what was that? Like what, 16th and Wood? 19th and Wood?
Where they're at?
No,
where I live?
Yeah, you used to live at 21st
19th and Wood is where I used to live.
Yee.
It's bad.
Yeah, finding parking, you're going to risk your life.
Oh, dude. Aside from
trying to
finding parking,
parking.
Finding parking is literally the worst fucking thing in the world. I would move out. I love that neighborhood. I would literally move out 1,000 times over just to avoid the parking situation.
Yeah, Pilsen parking is kind of shitty.
Dude, it's the fucking you actually don't have it too bad right here.
Well, okay, so you gotta think like in that it's they're all, even if it's like resident, like nobody's renting out. It's buildings, right? And so you got 3 floors, 3 families, like brothers, sisters. Everybody has cars. Where are you gonna put all these cars? You have
one apartment building might have
3 families
like
in a building,
8
and
cars.
That's all Pilsen.
Yeah,
that's all Pilsen.
It's fucking annoying though.
So.
Man.
It's kind of like how Cicero was, so yeah.
Cicero, is that where you were when you were living in the back?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was gonna. I only went there one time, saw that.
Yeah,
that was a nice little chill apartment.
Yeah, man, but the parking was shitty. Same situation. You got families of like 5.
The worst is when you're coming home after night and you just want to get to your damn bed, and you're out there for like 45 minutes because no one's leaving.
Right.
Either you're sleeping or you already went to work at that time.
Dude, I got plenty of tickets over there in Cicero, and Cicero cops are fucking savages with parking tickets. So, yeah.
If only you were where you were right now back then. What do you think you would have done if you still lived over there and they gave you tickets? Would you complain?
Nah.
You'd have to take the L?
Nah, because once you get rid of the tickets, it's fucking a done deal kind of situation. So,
what if a Chicago cop gives you a ticket out here right now? Can you contest that? No. It's still done deal too?
Yeah. Yeah, once the pen...
What is the point of having of having that honor, and then the lighting just went a lot better.
Yeah,
No, I like that actually.
Yeah.
It looks a lot cleaner now.
So
besides this stupid
you didn't
shit.
see me, but I pressed a button and the kind of sun went down. And
Besides
here you go.
this
Look, it's going back up.
fucking LeBron bullshit, but we're gonna work on that LeBron bullshit. We're gonna work on this. Called ChicagoDriven.
But I digress.
Yes, but anyways, to that point,
yeah, man. Dude, when the pen is dry, man, you just kind of have to take it. You know, it's just kind of how it goes. It's just how it is. So, but you know, I'm such an amazing driver that I don't get fucking tickets. So that's just kind of how it goes.
do you have quotas for tickets?
No, quotas don't exist.
That used to be a thing, though, right?
No,
No,
never been a thing.
I was told like you have to at least pull over a certain amount of people.
Mm-mm.
So you literally could just sit in your car all day and not.
You don't just sit in your car all day.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, can you? I feel like that's what Nick does.
Well, Nick works in Oakbrook. You come
Oak
on
Park, I think.
No. I think it's Oakbrook.
It is Oakbrook?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Whoever knows if it's Oakbrook or
I always get his fucking shit fucked up all the time, dude.
it's I think it's Oakbrook.
No, it is
but-
Oakbrook.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
So you got to see
Yeah, it is. It's
like
Oakbrook. Yeah.
the area, the demographic area that we stay at. So
Can't call it Chicago-driven. I know. But yeah, for sure.
You're right,
like,
Freddie. You're right.
Exactly. Anytime I see him, he's just chilling, dude.
he's Netflixing it, bro. Nah, you can't.
But
do
like,
that. You can't do it over here.
Here, is it? You're saying you can't do that here because you're gonna get called to a scene, or you don't have an opportunity to do it?
No, you your head gotta be on a swivel here, man. So you just can't be caught with your pants down. And then you ever heard what happened in New York? Those two coppers were having lunch in their car, and somebody came and lit them up.
I actually didn't hear about that.
Yeah. This happened a couple years ago. But
what's the backstory on that? Like, literally,
it was just some random person just wanted to kill POs. So they were just eating. You know, when you're distracted, your guard is down, right? You're not looking around, and so guy just came and both of them died. So yeah, so Nick has a really fucking good gig. So,
but he doesn't like it a lot. He tells me that all the time. He doesn't like his job.
Yeah.
It seems stressful.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can kind of tell it's stressful, his job.
Well,
I'll just leave it at that.
Well, you have to also add that he has new babies, new kids, so not getting the enough rest you need at home does definitely affect. But it's okay, man.
Right.
It's grown up. It's grown up time, baby.
It is grown up time.
You gotta be an adult.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. That's how it is.
For those of you who are saying like we're not addressing the audience, there's like we're gonna do that in segments when we're gonna do that. Like if we have to do pee breaks and stuff like that, we don't want to focus just on the chat the whole entire time. You know? What I mean?
Yeah, because we'll just be talking to you, and it's.
Well, we will.
Yeah,
100%.
So we see you guys. We see you. I don't know all of you guys, but I'm kind of blind as a bat.
Spawn Kill, that's Rigo. Xerox, that's Lewis. Freddy obviously is Stupid Freddy, and then Unk 4 is Rick.
There you go.
There you go.
So two of our guys they work together. They work for IT firm, right?
Like,
whatever.
No. It's a lawyer. It's a firm like for lawyers, but they're the IT department.
Okay. Well, so they're pretty much our best friends, and one of our best friends, which is my best friend, he's the other one's boss, and it's fucking comical when
Wait, who's your best friend of the two?
Lewis.
Lewis is your best friend?
Yeah, and so he got one of our other friends a job, and obviously it's beneath him. And so Rick just always fucking gives him shit for it. I think it's fucking comical.
I think it's hilarious when one of the others always saying they're gonna call off, and so that fucks over the other person because they're kind of like doing the. I feel, at least, I don't know. They can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like they're kind of doing. They spread the load between them two, right?
Yeah,
so if one of them calls off, you get the whole load.
Yeah, no.
At least that's what it feels like. Otherwise, why would you care if one of the other one called off?
I mean, look, if I'm sorry, Rick, but if I was Lewis, I'd be like, "Fuck you, you're coming to work. I'm gonna go home." But I mean, that's how much of a great guy Lewis is.
Why is Lewis your best friend?
I don't know.
What does he bring to the table? Plex?
Not much, obviously.
You don't even use Plex.
Yeah, no, but he still charges me the fee, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, he charges me too, and I've known him longer than all you guys.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
So it doesn't matter one way or another.
Yeah.
But I guess we could stick to the news topics. Remember,
What's up?
What was it? Like 3 weeks ago, I already mentioned it to you. I can't say her first name. The
Uh,
Ochoa.
Marlene.
Marlene. I want to say.
hold
I
on,
want to
hold
say
on.
Marlene.
Wait, no. Marlene.
Marlene.
There you go. There you go.
I wanted to say Marlene. It flows a lot better.
You have to roll that R, baby.
Marlene.
There you go.
I could roll the R's. Like I said, it just doesn't.
It
Doesn't feel right.
It's a Caucasian name.
But nonetheless, I don't want to disrespect the whole scenario.
Yes.
But did you see the shrine, by the way?
Yes.
I have not seen it yet.
I passed by there. I want to get off and kind of like
Is it right over here?
Yeah, it's over here, kind of by the side of the viaduct. So just take I think it's 17 and just go westbound, and you'll see the mural there. It's pretty cool.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there was I think it was almost about a month ago now. There was a girl. I think she was 18, 19.
I think she was 17. 17.
Let's say 18. Just meet in the middle right there.
Yeah, mid-teens, like later teens.
She was pregnant, and I think it was through Facebook, like a Facebook group or some shit like that.
Like
she,
a Facebook community.
Yeah,
group.
she got together or spoke with some individuals, or an individual initially, and to get like clothes and stuff like that the lady was giving away. And then when she went to go over there, they just didn't hear from her for 2 weeks, right? It was like initially they didn't know what happened.
Yes.
Initially.
Yes.
And then they figured it out that this girl went over there, and then pretty much they just killed her. She went there twice.
Really?
From what I heard. Yeah, she went there the first time, and then the mom.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah, the mom, the one that was trying to bring her in.
Yeah.
Was with the daughter as well, her daughter. So it's the mom and the daughter that reeled this girl in.
Okay.
The first time, the daughter's boyfriend was there, and they had intent on killing this girl then, but he threatened to call the cops, and then he played it off as a joke.
The girl's boyfriend.
The girl's boyfriend. The daughter's boyfriend.
Oh shit! So he was a good fucking human being.
He wasn't fucking with that shit.
Yeah.
And then she came again, and then this time I think it was just the mom and daughter, and then they killed her. And then the mom's boyfriend helped hide the body.
Yeah,
and all
he
that
was
stuff.
an accomplice to the whole murder.
It's fucked up, bro. That whole situation's
So
fucked up, man.
I don't like speaking of the dead. I know we're talking about it, but yeah. So he guess he killed her. I don't know something. She strangled her, and she cut the baby out her womb. So last I've heard, the baby's is
Brain
getting
dead. I heard brain dead.
I heard the baby was getting better, but
I hope so.
I've heard this from somebody, so I haven't done the research.
This was when it was hot that I read that. So
yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy, man.
that whole scenario is insane. Because even though Chicago's known for fucked up shit, right? Like we're mostly known for just meaningless shootings.
Yeah,
this idiot game bangers.
Game bangers killing game bangers.
Game bangers killing bangers.
Or maybe some
shit like that. That's not common in any place.
Yeah.
That's just abnormal bullshit, like serial killer type bullshit.
So
you know what I mean?
I don't know if you know, but I was watching. I think it was Channel 9, and they're making this thing. It's called the Marlene Law now. They want to pass this law where if
I think I heard about this.
Yeah, so if you give birth, like that's not in the medical setting in the hospital. If you come in, like they have to check the
investigate,
check the mom, quote mom that gave birth, check her to see if she I don't know what the whole lingo is.
Well, the thing was
gave birth,
right? Because
she ran
she
to
took, and they never checked to see if that was the actual mom.
Yeah,
that's
until they did. But
that's like 2 weeks down the road.
It wasn't
the
initial thing.
I mean, it was too late by then.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, she was deceased at that moment, so it wouldn't have necessarily mattered anyways. But you gave them 2 weeks of freedom they shouldn't have had.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Or let's say that girl wasn't deceased and then she died 2 weeks later because you guys are fucking
goofy,
not helping.
Yeah,
like clear as day that this is obviously not the mom because she bleeding down there. Like that whole scenario didn't fucking make sense.
Yeah, dude, it was just a funny, a funky. Sorry,
I was gonna say funny.
It's kind of a funky situation, man, and. Just you kind of hope that kid pulls through, so
that'll be nice.
And also I hope that there's a special place in hell for those kind of people, man, and they're definitely gonna get it coming, whether it's incarcerated.
Someone in jail will get them. Someone in jail will get them.
Yeah, or not even that.
People don't fuck with that.
Their minds are gonna be fucked forever, bro. So yeah,
and I don't feel sorry.
Yeah, me either.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
They could burn in hell for all I care. Killing a baby and a teenager mom, so fuck them.
So these next two topics I kind of got here are kind of go hand in hand. I'll go with the darker one first.
Game of Thrones.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're not getting there yet.
Damn it.
We're not getting there yet. That one still upsets me, but I'm not as upset as I initially was.
All
But
right,
anyways,
so
remember that? Did you remember that video I tagged you on Facebook of the LA shooting, where the cop was running up?
Yeah. Yes.
So
yeah, I did
for
see
those
that.
of you who don't know, I'll probably link you guys in chat right now. Well, you explain the video and I'll link it. Can you remember it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was two police officers that I don't know if they were in the car or they were chasing this guy in the car, but what the video shows is what I know is they were running through like apartment complex houses where they had like courtyards, right? And one police officer, so you had the offender that was running through these courtyards, and there was the first police officer right behind them, like maybe like 10 feet behind the offender, and 10 feet behind that was the other guy's partner was trailing behind him. And so there was this other non-person related to this whole foot chase saw this happening. He was kind of cutting through the courtyard. So the offender that they were chasing passed, the first got passed, and when the second police officer was trying to pass through, the guy pulled out a gun. He pulled out the gun first, shot, and
almost this distance.
Yeah.
Too.
This.
So if any of you guys are listening to this, the audio version, me and Roger maybe like 3-4 feet. Not even 5 feet away from each other, and that was pretty much that.
So
distance.
he shot the guy shot the cop
first,
and the police officer pulled out the gun and he lit him up.
That was fast.
Quick reflexes, bro. Quick reflexes.
What was that in Call of Duty when you can switch your guns really fast? Wasn't like quick something? Quick.
Wait, is it?
Remember you were able to like switch your guns faster or something like that because.
You had to be light foot, all right? Light speed. I'm thinking about the mayor. Lightweight, right?
Lightweight. And then you're able to switch your gun faster.
Yeah,
like
correct us if we're wrong, guys. Correct us if we're wrong.
But nonetheless, that guy was fast. I don't know how you fucking pull that out. Fast hands. Rick got it. Thank you. Bingo.
Yeah, fast hands. There you
so
go.
you switch your gun fast. So this guy.
But he did get shot in the leg, though.
He did get shot.
He did
get shot, but it could have been way, way worse.
Yeah.
Considering all things. So. This happens all super fast. I linked it in chat for those of you who are in here, but for those of you guys who might be just listening to audio, like I said, literally happens where imagine you're chasing a suspect, he's going one way, and then
random
dude,
a
guy comes like you're chasing this guy to the left, a guy from your right comes out of nowhere, 5 feet from at the furthest 5 feet, and just starts shooting at you, and this cop, all in 1 second. Chasing this guy was able to pull out his gun, and then he didn't kill that guy either, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. That guy didn't die.
He didn't die?
No.
I thought he did.
He didn't die. So he pulls out his gun really fast, shoots the suspect, the other suspect, the new suspect that came out of nowhere, and he falls to the ground. And then, dude, that honestly that deterred me from wanting to be a cop because that's some. I know it's not a common thing that happens, but that I don't know if I'd have fast hands. In that scenario,
listen,
you know what I mean?
It's I want to say good for that person that,
100%.
that didn't die. Good for him.
Yes,
he's definitely gonna go do some jail time. But dude, it's like anything you do, bro. It's like you game, you play that shit a lot, and you got better at it, man. It's working out. It's repetitive. You have to do like literally. You'll be at home like looking at the mirror and like practicing on your draw. It's something you got to practice on. You just don't. It's not a movie scenario where you think it's going to happen and you're just going to be so perfect. No, dude. When your adrenaline is going, all the blood, like when you're under stress, all the blood from like your extremities, rushes in. So you lose like your fine motor is not as fine as it should be. So that's why you get like a lot of fiddling and trying to like.
How are you taught to run in that scenario? Do you have your weapon out already, or do you have your arm?
It all depends.
It's all situational.
It's all situational.
In that situation, you're chasing that guy.
You know what? I'm not gonna say because that's Monday morning quarterbacking. So it's pretty much.
I like that term, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in quite some time.
Yeah. So I can't. It's easy to say. Oh, I could have done this. Well, it's
backseat gaming for those nerds out there.
Yeah, for him in a situation, this is how he reacted, and I can't say because I.
At the end of the day, it worked, right?
It worked. It worked.
Which brings us to my next topic: yesterday, David Ortiz was shot.
Oh yeah, he did.
Did you hear about that this morning, or did you hear about that last night?
I heard it last night when you posted it up on Facebook. I did, and
Yeah.
I googled it, and he got shot right in the back.
In the back. So they said it was the back, and then it went through his abdomen, but it didn't hit any organs.
Really?
So did you see the video?
No.
So initially they thought it was gonna be a robbery gone wrong. No, this guy was trying to deliberately kill him.
Really?
100%. So you just see a hunt.
The whole video's out. Like
yeah,
it's released.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta find
I saw
it.
it. No,
You
I
gotta
saw
find
it. It's all over. You just look up Big Papi shot, and it'll show it. It's just like, imagine you're at a resort and everyone's just sitting like at a patio level, just drinking. Okay? Just like drinking outside.
Gotcha.
Just like that. And then some guy runs up, again, maybe 5 feet, if that, maybe closer, shoots one time. You just see him shoot and then run. He didn't shoot twice.
Was
he
Big
didn't walk
Papi
up to his head.
turned around? Did he even know it was
He was
coming?
sitting like this. Guy came up. Again, for those people who can't see. So he's sitting like this, and the guy was behind him about 4 feet. Shot him from behind.
So he didn't know.
No, he didn't know initially. No, right. He didn't see He didn't see the guy. So shoots him once, and then just takes off.
They caught the guy.
I don't know about that yet.
Well, they got
So
some
what I
suspects.
heard was the reason the guy ran was because there was someone else waiting on a motorcycle for him to take off. So they try to take off. And again, I don't know if this is 100% true, but I'm just going to say what I read on Twitter because it seemed like a lot of...
on Twitter got to be
Well,
true.
it's because the people who were writing these were from the Dominican Republic.
Ah,
So
okay,
I'd rather take their word than some random troll.
Right.
And it seemed to make sense.
Right.
So the guys that were driving, the guy that was on a motorcycle and the guy who shot went on the motorcycle. They crashed. The shooter ran away, but they got the driver and then beat the shit out of him.
Really?
Like, beat the shit out of him. Like, they grabbed him, got his ass. Random Dominican Republic people just started beating his ass. So he ends up in the hospital. So he got caught. I don't believe the shooter ever got caught, though, from my understanding.
You know, it has to be something with money, man. Somebody wanted
It's
money.
always about money. But my thing is, what is the money you're getting out of shooting him? Who's putting the hit on him? Who's gaining from killing him?
So think about this. So if they wanted him killed, coming at him from the back, they could have just shot him in the head and he would have died.
Why didn't they do that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what's doesn't make sense to me. Like, the guy literally could have walked up right behind. He had all the room in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Big Papi's just sitting there drinking. He could have ran up and went right behind
and he's
his
a big
head.
ass dude. So
He's a big ass
you
guy.
can't miss him. You can't miss that big ass.
And on top of that, you only shot him once. I mean, I'm thankful. Like, I'm not a Red Sox fan. I'm not,
But he's a legend, man.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
It's just like one of those people like that you respect as a player.
Yeah, he's a legend.
There's Cub players that I respect that I don't like Cubs. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, like it's shit like that. I respect Big Papi. I just don't understand the whole scenario. Like, I wrote that on my Facebook too. Who the fuck shoots Big Papi?
He's a lovable guy.
And it has to be about money.
It has to be about money. It has to be about money because, again, if you're gonna shoot somebody and they're not facing you, and you don't kill them, I mean, it had to be either they wanted money and he didn't want to give somebody, or somebody asked him for money and he said no. It has to be related because nobody would shoot that guy.
So Lewis linked, I guess, a part of the article. He said, suspect Eddie Vladimir Feliz Garcia of nearby Santo Domingo West, its own city, and another man approached a dial discotheque on a motorcycle before at least one opened fire, hitting Ortiz and his friend. Oh, he actually hit a friend too. Police said in a statement. They tried to drive away, but the motorcycle fell to the pavement. The crowd attacked Feliz Garcia and handed him over to police, while the second suspect fled on foot. So my story was accurate then. They tried to flee.
Well, so they got the shooter, but not the driver. The opposite.
Suspect.
Because you said that they were beating up the person that shot him, and they handed him to the police.
It doesn't say which one shot, though. And the crowd attacked Feliz.
Motherfucker, you just read it.
No. But it says the suspect of nearby in his own city, another man another man approached on a motorcycle before at least one opened fire. It doesn't say specifically which one shot.
Got you.
Doesn't say which one.
Sound it out, Eddie.
The crowd attacked them while the second suspect fled on foot. The suspect was treated at a hospital. Blah, blah, blah. Ortiz does not know the man being held or why he was shot.
Yeah, that's fucking a lie. He fucking knows who it is. He does know who it is.
Yeah, so it doesn't say which one actually shot. That just comes back though. Like, who the fuck? Even if it is about money, who's gaining off shooting him?
Who's gaining
Who gains to kill him? I mean, there could be a million reasons at this. It's just speculation, but that's just my thing. This is like
Right.
Robbing him would make sense. Killing him is a whole different ballgame. Someone's paying you to do that.
Or he stole somebody's woman or something. Yeah,
I heard about that initially too on Twitter. So I wonder if that's true because the same guy who wrote that article that they're talking about, it was a guy. He told me the same thing. That it was about it was about a girl.
Yeah. So check it out. So Big Papi and you know we're grown ass men saying Big Papi, but that's who he is. That's Big Papi. No homo. No shame. He is from the DR, right? So him going to this little island, you know, that's so small, and dude, everybody has to know who this man is.
You would, yeah.
Being so big, being a fucking DH, just winning a freaking World Series with the Red Sox.
3 World Series.
3, but you remember when they were down freaking what 3-1?
That's the one I always remember.
That's a famous one. That's it right there, you know.
2004.
So going over, people know who he is, bro. So I don't know, man. It's just
that wasn't even his best year out of the 3.
But it was
his last one. But they would walk him with bases loaded.
Exactly. But
that's how good he was, dude.
But it's the most memorable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm trying to say.
100%.
It's the most
especially
memorable.
since it was against the Yankees.
And yep.
Because that's a rivalry.
That's kind of like, well, dude. I mean, obviously it would be amazing, but it won't happen. If the Cubs and the Sox would go to the World Series, that would be.
I wouldn't put it past it because
the
White.
No, we can't put it past it. It's too soon.
But what I'm saying is, like, the White Sox are probably about a year or two out from being in the playoffs. 3 years from being good. So my question would be: are the Cubs still going to be good in 3 years, in your eyes?
I think so. Yeah.
Then it's possible.
Yeah.
Because we have a chance of even making playoffs right now, and we're not good.
You did decent pitching, man.
We actually have decent pitching.
Pitching.
It's because we have 2 guys who are going to be in our actual rotation that are hurt right now. So 2 of them are gone. Carlos Rodon and Michael Kopech.
Carlos Rodon. Yo, Carlos Rodon, did he just get drafted or where the fuck he came? Where is he from?
We had him for years.
Where's he from?
Like his ethnicity?
Yeah. Just curious.
I'm not 100%.
Ah, okay.
But he's American born, so like it's hard. That's why I'm having trouble. I don't think he's Cuban. But anyways,
got you.
We're not far off. I don't want to get too much into sports just yet.
Yeah.
We could get there in a bit. So we got the David Ortiz thing, and then I was actually gonna bring something up after that, but I forgot now.
Cheers.
But I guess we could go to this one, the one that you didn't believe me with, that Justin Bieber challenged Tom Cruise to a fight in UFC.
No, that's not real.
It's 100% real.
That's not
on
real.
On Twitter last night.
How are they even beefing? That's what like
that. Okay, that part I don't know.
Who?
They don't say. Let me read you the tweet. All right, Justin Bieber put this out yesterday at 7:30. He said, "I want to challenge Tom Cruise to a fight in the octagon. If you don't take this fight, you're scared and you will never live it down. Who is willing to put on the fight?" And then he tagged Dana White, which is the UFC owner.
That's so fucking lame. That's so lame.
And then people started going in on the comments like, "Who the fuck fights Ethan Hunt?" You know, like Mission Impossible. Well, okay, first of all, who do you got?
I mean, Justin Bieber is a lot younger, man. So, I mean,
you going with experience then, or are you going? Are you saying that
he's
with
youthful? Youth, yeah.
I'm going with experience. I think Tom Cruise is a nutbag, and I
mean,
think he will beat.
Has he really fought? I mean, have they both even fought? You know.
Well, I'm just going by what the eye sees. We don't know. Justin Bieber, first of all, well, they're both pretty much the same height.
Somebody broke down like the pounds and the length. And
I saw something with that.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
of course.
I don't have that.
Let the internet do its work, man. They just figure it out.
So Justin Bieber is 5'9", Tom Cruise is 5'7". If you want to look at height as and they're both pretty short if you actually think about that.
Bitch, I'm 5'7", 5'7" and
that's
3/4.
not necessarily tall for what you. It's not tall.
Say it.
6 foot is
Say
tall. It. Okay. And then I don't know about the reach and all that. I don't think anyone really knows that information.
Right.
I'm going with experience on this one. I think with Tom Cruise being in Scientology, he has to be a nutbag. He has to be a nutbag.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
I
agree.
feel like there's something in there that's loose that he has not released yet.
I mean, dude, yo, money. Freddie says what? Money on
Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Guns. Maverick for the kill. Ooh.
I still remember when he was a nutbag in his first movie, which was The Outsiders.
Hey, but listen, but don't count on my boy Justin Bieber, though, man. That guy dated Selena Gomez, man.
What does that have to do with fighting?
That bitch is crazy. He's dealt with crazy women in his life, man.
You think Selena Gomez is crazy?
No, I think she's gorgeous. I'm just talking shit, but
If anything, Tom Cruise is the crazy person of his relationships. So that's the person you need to be worried about.
He did the Katie Holmes, right? She
Nicole
was young.
Kidman.
She was young.
He's out, dude. He's nuts.
Yeah.
He's nuts. I'm going with the I'm going with the nuts factor on this one, dude.
But you know what? Ever since these YouTubers started like calling out fights and contacting like these promoters and shit, I feel like now anybody could like, oh, I want to fight you, and they're gonna make money. It's not entertaining to me. Like these YouTubers, Paul, what's his name?
Jake Paul,
Logan
Paul,
and KSI, dude, that was. And then at the end of the day, how you gonna make it a draw, dude? That's so fucking lame.
I don't know.
If you didn't believe boxing was fixed at YouTube, celebrity boxing, the only celebrity boxing I like is Celebrity Deathmatch. That shit's real boxing.
Is that still going on though?
I think they were gonna reboot it, dude. If I'm not mistaken.
That was a shit back in the day.
That shit was fun, man.
It was very unique for its time.
I think it always came out like I think at Sunday at night, like right before you had to go to sleep before school. So awesome. That was an awesome show. Yeah, but that's stupid.
I am curious though what even caused this dilemma. I want to say Justin Bieber has to be part of the problem because I don't know if you remember a few years back, Orlando Bloom and
Katy Perry.
No. Well, yeah, they were dating, but that has nothing to do with this. Orlando Bloom and Leonardo DiCaprio were out having dinner with a bunch of people, and Orlando Bloom took a swing at Justin Bieber. I don't know the exact specifics as to why. Yes, Orlando Bloom, of all people, took a swing.
Really?
And supposedly Leonardo DiCaprio was laughing in that moment too. So it could have been like a drunken act. But if you're constantly part of these kind of situations, I'm saying you have to be part of the problem.
What, dude? They have normal people problems, bro. They drink and go to bars and fuck each other up.
He's Legolas. I don't fucking Legolas.
You know what? It's funny because side fact. Do you know Leonardo DiCaprio has this group called the Wolfpack? Like the Wolfpack. It's him,
the magic guy.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Sofia Vergara's husband, right?
No.
Or you talk about
what the fuck? No, not Magic Mike, bro.
What? Who are you talking about?
Hold on, man. You just
so I'm gonna name out who I know. It's obviously Leonardo DiCaprio is one. You have Orlando Bloom, Jake Gyllenhaal is another one of them. Did you know Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, he is one of them.
And there's one more. Wait, which magic guy?
The guy who does magic. Not David Blaine, the one that they always make fun of because
David Blaine is a magic guy.
I know, but not David Blaine is what I said.
Yeah, the magic guy, not David Blaine. That's very specific. Well, it's called the Wolfpack, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Nick used to watch this video all the time with this guy that they used to make fun of him. I forgot his fucking name, dude.
Who? Anybody know in the comments? Go.
I gotta look up. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna pop up onto this though. DiCaprio. Let's see. What the fuck is his name? Oh, Tobey Maguire is part of it. I don't know if you mentioned
Tobey Maguire. There you go. That's still not the magic guy though. That's Spider-Man.
Oh, it is David Blaine. It is David Blaine. I was thinking of like the older magic guy. There's another magic guy that I always get David Blaine and someone else mixed up with.
No, I disagree. Well, yeah. Well, anyways,
those were the three main guys though. It was Tobey Maguire, David Blaine, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
So yeah, so it's a Wolfpack. It's a Wolfpack. I think that's pretty cool. Celebrity single guys doing it big, but fuck that, Justin Bieber.
I don't understand. I want to know what is he, maybe 22, 23, is fighting a 55, wants to fight a 55-year-old.
It's money, bro. It's
They
money.
don't need money anymore.
It's fame.
You know, Tom Cruise.
Clout.
Okay, who do you think has made more money between the two?
Tom Cruise.
And do you think it's a huge difference
Ginormous.
in terms of net worth?
I think so.
What would you think? Throw out a number.
Man,
You don't have to be accurate. Just throw out a number.
Like net worth?
Net worth.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say Tom Cruise could be maybe at 290.
You're really
million?
close.
290. Also, you already did the research.
I read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just JB's maybe, I don't know, 150.
You're actually really close.
Yeah?
If I remember correctly, it was like 280 and then 125 or something like that.
So Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Because.
Well, the movies, right? Like
Right.
the continued revenue. I would assume that's. I don't know if he's done anything else outside of that.
I mean,
It's probably
partnerships
sponsorships here
or
and there, right?
things, business that nobody knows about too. So.
Yeah, he's definitely worth more money though.
Yeah.
He has more. I mean, he's older too though. He has. Yeah, I'm sure Justin Bieber by the time he's 50, he'll probably have more money than what this guy had at that point.
I would think so.
Right?
Think so,
If he's at if he's halfway there already, you know what I mean? I would think so.
I agree.
What other news you have?
What are the news? I have?
Well, if you want to stay on the news topic before I switch over to sports.
You know what? Nothing crazy with the news, man. No, nothing with news.
Nothing with the news?
Yeah, just yeah.
So then switch over to sports. Then. Okay.
What are we gonna talk about?
The number one thing that I'm very excited about.
Raptors.
Oh, you want to go? We want to jump there first?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
It's tonight.
Fine. We'll jump there then. Is it done tonight?
Is it done tonight? I'm gonna say, yes. It's fucking over.
Blowout?
It's not a blowout, but it's over tonight.
Are you saying that to spite the Warriors, or you just believe?
No.
And you're unbiased?
So I'm gonna tell you this is why I think it's over. So yes, KD is coming back. You know, the Messiah is back. All this bullshit, right? But he hasn't played since like May 8th. You just don't throw him in there now and expect him to, because he's off. He hasn't been in the situations. And two, I guarantee that he's not 100%. Because if they're down 3-1 elimination game, they're playing him because they need to.
At this point, he doesn't have.
So
By him not playing, he has nothing to lose. Like, go in there and try at least, right?
Right.
That's the way I would look at it.
So why didn't they put him? Why did they not start him last game?
I don't think he's 100%.
Yeah, he's not 100%.
No.
He hasn't played
Far
a
from
game since May 8th.
If he was at 90, I think he would have played. I wouldn't call KD soft.
I don't think so either, but
That's what I'm saying. I think he would have played if he was close to 90%.
I think
you know what I mean?
That they're done.
He's probably below 50% at this point, and then it's kind of like, fuck it, I gotta try something.
If you put a full healthy Kawhi Leonard against KD right now, Kawhi Leonard's gonna take him.
But
because he plays both ends.
That's why
of the
they
ball.
need KD though, because if Kawhi is gonna have to play KD, that's gonna leave everybody else to do their thing. Because if KD's not there, that he's either on Curry, or he's on Thompson, or he's on. You know what I mean?
No, I think they play defense together as a whole.
No, they're a good team.
It's not just one
not just
locked
Kawhi,
person.
but Kawhi definitely was the catalyst for where they're at now.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Well, this is another topic.
Because it's the same team minus DeRozan, right?
So I think DeRozan put the wheels in motion, though, man. You can't say whatever DeRozan put on there, and Kawhi was like, DeRozan was never there. Kawhi comes, they're not there in the finals this year. That team was built around DeRozan. You just upgraded a fucking Cadillac to like a freaking Maserati or whatever. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
he
put him almost like on a fucking Ferrari.
Like a
type.
yeah. So
that's a huge upgrade.
He definitely put in the work though, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because DeRozan and what's the other guy's name?
DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry.
And they're so inconsistent in the playoffs. That's always been their issue. Whereas Kawhi keeps consistently putting up numbers, and he plays both sides of the court.
And not only what makes him such a polarizing player is because he's not a polarizing player. Because he don't talk shit.
I love that about him.
Yeah,
it's different.
What makes him a polarizing player is that he's not one of those, and it makes you draw to him because, man, like, what makes this motherfucker tick? And what game was it?
I can't get over his laugh.
I think,
dude.
yeah. When he lost,
It's like,
Dude, when he's a fucking troll. Like, he's a Soto troll. Well, when they lost that game, and one of the interviewers asked him, so who do you think should have had the ball, at the last moments, because they had the last possession, the Warriors, and I guess they were expecting a PC answer, and he's like, yeah, I would have liked the ball in my hands, so we would have won the game. Kind of like stupid ass. That's a dumb ass question.
right.
He's an ultimate troll, dude.
Did you see when his teammate was trying to fist bump him and then he ignored it?
And he went like that.
Yeah,
or some
like
shit?
let's
You
go.
like that?
Yeah. He's such a fucking weirdo, dude. But I like it. It's
Dude,
different.
Do you think he does?
It's different, man.
When cameras are on, he does it just to be extra like
I don't think so.
No?
Because I actually heard another story about him when he was in San Antonio. So supposedly they all went out for dinner.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it was like the playoffs or something. It doesn't matter. They all went out as a team for dinner.
Yeah.
And when they got there, the waiter came up and was like, yeah, what's everyone want to eat? Everybody ordered. And then finally got to Kawhi. And then Kawhi told the waiter, nah, I'm good. And then Popovich was like, what do you mean you're good? He's like, nah, I'm good. And he pulled out a dozen apples and ate all the apples.
No way.
Yes.
Are you serious?
And this is a true story.
No kidding.
This is a fucking true
That
story,
is
dude.
dope, dude. He's frugal and
That's
he's
so-
rich.
And it's so fucking weird, but amazing all in the same.
That's him. That's him. I've heard a story, and I definitely read it. He still has
Who eats 12 apples, though? I just have to say that.
Kawhi Leonard.
That's a
does.
fucking lot of
The
apples.
claw.
I'm sorry to cut you
The
off.
claw.
But that's just
No. I mean, dude, that's him. That's him. Yeah. So, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't do it anymore. But I think it was like his second or third year with the Spurs, and he's already a known star. Not an established one. He was a known
He
one.
didn't start getting good till like his 4th year.
Yeah. So it was kind of his third year, and he was still riding the car that he drove in high school. It was like a 99
Is he still not?
Tahoe or some shit like that.
Is he still not? Like,
I don't know. It was a while
last
ago.
I heard, he would like even when he was with the Raptors, he had been still riding it.
Dude,
so
that's amazing. I mean, I'm still driving my 2006 car, and it's paid
I'm
for.
driving my 2004 car.
Hey,
So I mean, I would upgrade if I could, but I'm very
just do the Kawhi Leonard thing, bro.
everything is
Just fuck
very materialistic to me. I don't really care for things. So if the only reason I want to upgrade is so I don't run into any car issues. So this is
Right.
me just trying to avoid having to deal with a breakdown in my vehicle.
Gotcha.
Everything materialistic. I could literally walk away from everything I have right now and be perfectly fine.
it. Yeah.
Like, could you walk out of this house and not have to take anything with you?
Besides my work stuff, yeah, I'll be.
Well,
alright.
whatever. Let's assume that's in the trunk.
Right. Because that was makes me my money. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Everything's just material. to
For
me there.
sure. For sure.
Obviously, I like money just so I don't have to worry about money. But
And that's one of the and that's a really good characteristic to have because and this is sad because a lot of people what they have that's materialistic.
the stream had went off for a second there. I think your internet had went out for a moment.
Oh, we're actually not hardwired on.
Oh, we probably should have did that. Are we still able to do that right now?
Yeah, we can.
Could you do that real quick?
Are we
just
off?
to be safe.
Oh.
It came back on. It's
Okay.
back on now.
Give me a second, guys.
We back. Audio should still be going because Audacity's still running, but we probably should have done that from the get-go. I didn't even think about that. I just assumed you've always been hardwired this whole time. Yeah. But you're saying that you don't. You think if they were healthy, they'd still be in the same position? No. Okay. I'm surprised DeMarcus Cousins came back. He's not trash. He's just a fucking hothead. No.
You know what? The way they should have utilized him should have been as like a decoy. Like, ooh, the market's coming back. How we gonna use him? Some shit. But I'm gonna tell you that I think the trade that made this whole thing possible,
What's that?
Marcus All.
Marcus All. What you mean?
Marcus All.
You mean like he's been the biggest difference?
I think he's added.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he's added like another layer to that defense, man.
I'm happy for that guy. I've always liked
And
Marcus All.
Siakam doing this thing, that's pretty dope too, man. So
Yeah, I saw an article yesterday. It was
What'd you
like
see? What'd
they
you see?
showed the 4 horsemen of the Oklahoma City: James Harden, Westbrook, Durant, and Ibaka. And it's like, who would have thought that of the 4 of them, Ibaka has the best chance of getting like a ring without having like by himself. You know what I mean?
Well, is it by himself though?
Yeah.
Or without like a I get you. I get
You know,
you.
like
yeah.
like so KD went to a team that already won.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying?
Trash.
So
You're
like
watching KD,
Ibaka's been with the Raptors since they've sucked. Like they haven't been great until Kawhi showed up. I mean, they were good. What was it last year?
I mean, come on, they were all
But
right with
it's
the
the
Rose,
fucking Raptors.
but they would lose in the
they're in
first
the
round.
East.
In the first round.
So if they were in the West, they wouldn't have been up there. Is what I'm getting at. And with LeBron being there,
it's LeBron's court.
If LeBron was playing right now, I don't even know. I think he might have taken them out again too.
The Warriors?
No.
Oh,
he would have took out the
the
Raptors.
Raptors. I would agree.
It's just that's, and I hate LeBron. Fuck you. But the
Bless
guy's
up.
a beast. The guy's a beast. Yeah, I can't argue that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Well, I guess with that being said, with LeBron, how do you feel with him missing his first playoff in almost? Has it been like a decade? Is that what it is?
No,
A
I
decade?
think it's like 14 years, 15.
So longer
14?
than a decade.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a good thing. He's fine. So everybody's always faced LeBron. Like think about it. He's always gone. If he plays preseason or not, but he's played all or majority of all his games and gone playoffs for what 9 times in a row. How many 9 seasons, right? Eight seasons, like going to the finals, right?
Was that 8?
8, I think.
I think so because it started in 2010, right?
Right. Yeah. So 8 seasons
Yeah.
going to the finals, right? And so the first time next season, God willing, right? He's gonna come back fully rested, dude. Like he's never had an off season to end so soon in the playoffs.
So you're saying
He's gonna be rejuvenated,
so
man. Mentally,
he can't-
physically.
Are you blaming it on him not being mentally there?
No.
I would have put that more on the Lakers than I would have.
No. I think so. So if he never had that injury, they would have made it to the playoffs. Easy.
Who hit the 8th seed in the West? Do you know?
Who hit the 8th seed? I think it was.
I can't at the top of my head. I can't think of it. I'm honestly surprised he went to the West. I think that was a huge mistake for his legacy.
So he.
to be honest with you.
I think he went to the West because he.
I don't think he would have went anywhere besides LA if it was the West, though. For the record, I think he went because it's LA.
It's LA. It's more
Right.
than basketball.
And he has like his own company out there and shit now. I
Clutch-
understand all that.
Clutch Sports, yeah. He went for the fame, man. I definitely agree, and I think LeBron could be the person to elevate it, but
The problem is he's on the wrong side of 30 almost now,
he's
man.
expecting it. Okay, because I'm going there. It's gonna happen, but damn, they're dysfunctional, man. They're dysfunctional.
They have enough money to do something, and if they get AD, that changes the game. If they get Anthony Davis, but there's no guarantees that the Pelicans are gonna do it, or at least trade him to the Lakers.
That GM doesn't want to trade
Would you?
AD.
You're about to on top of that. You're about to get
Man,
what's his name? Zion Williams.
I mean,
Did I say that?
So-
Zion
so
Williamson
check it out.
or is Williams? Zion Williams.
Zion Williams. So check it
Right,
out.
yeah.
So technically speaking, Zion Williams could not go to the draft, and whatever the number 1 pick is, which is gonna be his classmate, right? Or Ja, whatever the fuck his name is. If he pulls his name from the draft, he could enter the draft next year.
Who's pulling his name from the draft?
So okay,
You're saying Zion's gonna pull his name?
he could do that. Do you know?
Yeah,
Wait,
he can.
understand this.
There's no way he's going to.
But there's people in his circle that are telling him, hey, it's the Pelicans. You stay here. The same thing that happened to Anthony Davis is gonna happen to you.
But Anthony Davis got paid.
And so will he though.
Right.
But
You're gonna lose a lot of money if you
Okay.
don't become number 1 next season.
but legacy versus like the team that you're around. It's a smart market team. If he puts his name out, whoever fucking tanks next year could land in a better franchise, I guess.
Who's to say it's not them again?
You're right, but
I mean, you know the
What
draft
I-
order was supposed to be
what I'm
like
trying to-
Suns, Knicks. I'm sorry, Knicks, Suns, Cleveland, and us, and then only one of those teams got in the top 3.
what I'm trying to tell you is that he has that option. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying
He
he's
has
gonna
the
do it.
option, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't think he should because that boy should get paid.
Go fucking
He should get paid.
don't. I don't understand the logic of you're gonna sit behind and hope for that next season a better shitty team gets that spot. That doesn't make sense.
You're gonna hope for those Celtics to like tank next season.
I think he really wanted to go to the Knicks. Now I think that was his hopes.
Yeah.
And when they slid to 3, I think they slid to 3 or 4.
If KD went there and Zion was there and fucking Kyrie would have gone, dude, what? Who? But
you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
All right, what did our guy right here, Freddie? Say?
Freddie said healthy Warriors wouldn't be down 3-1. They would have gone to 7.
So he's saying that
saying that the Raptors are good enough to take it to 7, though.
Hey, Freddie, if you're still here, so you're saying that they would have gone to 7, and the Warriors would have still won, is what he's saying. I disagreed. I think they would have gone to 5.
I think the Warriors would have won in 5.
Well, I would even say maybe 4.
Probably.
Yeah.
What was it? One of my favorite gifs is the one with Curry when he hits like the game 3 and he's like,
oh my god, he's like he's
sick,
walking,
bro.
He's walking like this, right, dude? I fucking
okay.
hate him.
Well, I have a better question for you. If KD never went there, would you appreciate everybody else that was still on the crew that won the first time?
Yeah, dude.
Because they were all drafted.
Of course. Yeah.
So KD kind of ruined that in a sense of like where Warriors are. Like if they were winning consecutively, which I don't think they would have without KD, just for the record. But if they were in this run without KD,
yeah,
how could you hate these guys, right? They didn't pay to get where they're at. You know what I'm saying?
They would have been this because generation is they would have been this generation / this era Bulls if KD never went because they were all drafted.
Everyone.
They were all developed, right?
Besides like Iguodala.
Right. But
I mean that he's not. He's not up there. He's not a higher tier.
So it's like like a Rodman. Like he was he was with the Pistons. He was in his prime with the Spurs, and he came. That's fine. But they would have been this generation,
100%.
The Bulls, right?
Yeah, because your whole team's not going to be a draft,
right?
But 4 of their 5 starters were, I think, at that point.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Yes. So
their first time wasn't it Curry, Thompson? I'm sorry, Curry, Thompson, Green, and that tall fucker. What was it?
Andrew Bogut.
Was it Andrew Bogut?
Andrew Bogut.
I think.
I think
was that or was it Iguodala?
Iguodala? No, dude.
Didn't he play with them? Then?
No, that was after. That was like
okay. That was the later years.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
They've been in the championship so many fucking times. It's kind of hard to tell which was that team.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah.
But most of them were drafted.
They would have if they would have had the same amount of reasons they have now without KD.
I don't think
they would be.
To my point, though, I don't think they would have done this without KD. These last 4 or 5, 8, whatever you want to call them.
I agree.
But I think they would have won another one. I think they could have took another one, depending on where KD would have went, though.
I think
because that changes everything.
They could. I think they could still win another one. Not this year.
I think
maybe next year.
I think KD and Westbrook, if they had stood together, would have won one eventually.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
No, I don't think so.
Because the only team stopping them would have been the Warriors, which is the team he went to.
But they were already there, though, dude. They were already there, and fucking LeBron fucked them.
But this is like I'm not talking about the James Harden era. First of all,
no, James Harden was gone.
Because James Harden wasn't. No, that one year when they went to the finals, James Harden was there.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the 6th man of the year, and then he went to Houston.
Oh man, dude, I feel bad for. I feel bad for OKC because they didn't know what they had.
They weren't there yet. All of them. They didn't know exactly. They didn't know what they had yet. No one suspected James. I didn't expect James Harden to go off the way he did.
Dude, nobody did. And if you say you did, you're a fucking liar.
But I'm going off of. I'm going off of KD and Westbrook. I think they would have won one with OKC at some point. Because if we're sitting here saying that the Warriors wouldn't be where they're at without KD, right? Mm-hmm. KD would have been at OKC still then, more than likely, right? So who's stopping that team once Westbrook and KD like start? So, let's just assume that they didn't hate each other. You know what I mean? Like they legit just started like doing their thing. I think they would have won one.
Westbrook and
this is all semantics, obviously, but I think they would have won one.
So I think it was Iguodala that they had interviewed him or I don't know if it was Perkins where they said the reason why he left OKC was because he wanted his legacy. That's why KD left. He wanted
to be the guy?
No. He was he was more about his legacy than because he knew that he wasn't gonna
Doesn't,
win it there.
Doesn't that technically fuck your legacy by going to the Warriors?
I
feel like
dude,
that. I feel like that's
he
a.
could have gone to a different team, dude. Like you can't go to the team that eliminates you when you were up 3-1. Like you just can't do that.
I thought it was 3-2.
No, 3-1.
100%.
They were up 3-1. Guys, fact check me if
Yeah,
you're
fact check
watching me.
that. I am curious about that one.
Yeah, but dude, yeah, if they were up 3-1 and then they come back and they win the dude, you can't do that. You can't. And he did that.
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's about his legacy. If anything, he fucked his legacy by doing that.
Yeah, so I think that's
He got his rings, but everyone is like putting like an asterisk sign next to it. You know what I mean?
I think and Stephen A said it, and I love that guy.
Stay off the weed.
Stay off the weed, man. Him doing what he did was worse than LeBron having the decision, taking his tennis to South Beach.
I do agree.
Because
to a degree.
Yeah, because so they all made it to go to they all planned it out, those three, to go to Miami. Well, Dwayne Wade was there. But to go to the team that eliminated you and they were already stacked, bro, you're fucking that's kinda shiesty.
I do agree that the KD one's worse, but I don't they're both bad in general. It's apples and oranges at that point. But let me get to Bobby here, aka Chenif. He says Zion is going this year, and if Pelicans trade 80 anywhere, they'll trade to Knicks for number 3 pick to get RJ Barrett back with Zion, as well as a couple other younger players from the Knicks.
Oh, that would be actually dope.
So he's saying that even if they did trade him, it wouldn't be to the Lakers.
You keep that chemistry with RJ Barrett because they played together in college. But
what do you give up though?
Just
a pick?
You give up AD.
No. So if you're the Pelicans, right, and you're getting that 3rd pick along with Zion Williams, what else are the Knicks giving up? It can't just be the pick.
It'd probably be the
if
pick.
I have AD on my team, I'm giving you AD for 1 pick. No fucking way. No fucking way. It's a once in a generational type player.
You're getting players and you're getting money. You have to get players. But who the fuck do the Knicks have?
I don't.
That they could trade for like fucking value.
Porzingis is gone already, right? He went to the Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
Yeah. And he was hurt.
The European,
yeah.
And he caught a case.
I don't know who the fuck the Knicks have. The Knicks are trash, dude.
Yes, but I think it'd probably be conditional.
I would
draft
need
picks for the future, maybe.
If I were them, I would do. I want your next 2 first-round picks, and you got to give me a player.
I don't think so.
Yes,
I think you give them
100%
a guaranteed first round for next year, a conditional first round for the following one, and then maybe like a second one afterwards.
Wait. Say that again.
So for you're gonna give them the first.
Obviously, it would have to be number 3.
A first one,
right?
For the next draft, they'll have to get a guaranteed first their first rounder wherever they land, and then the next one it would have to be what do you call it? That's what I'm looking for. A restricted first round. So depending,
a top 10 lottery protected pick.
Yeah, a protected pick. So depending where they land or if
I wouldn't take that deal.
Why they would have to? Come on, you can't give them 2 guaranteed first rounders for 3 years forward. No,
I didn't say 3. I said 2.
Well, it would be this year
and next year.
The guaranteed one, and that would be 3. No, there's no way.
How is that 3?
That would be 2.
Yeah, where are you getting the 3rd one from? I would need 2, and another player. Maybe they have someone on their bench I could take.
I don't think 3.
Bobby's saying take 3rd pick, Kevin Knox and DeAndre Jordan. Wait, DeAndre Jordan?
Oh yeah, he is with the Knicks.
He's with the Knicks.
He's with the Knicks. Yeah, he's with the Knicks.
When did that happen?
He's with the Knicks. Who is this writing this right here?
This is Bobby.
Hey,
I don't know if you ever met Bobby.
Hey Bobby, what do you think if they traded, with the Knicks to get RJ Barrett and they traded for KD? Would that work?
KD?
Yeah. Would that be possible?
Why do you have to trade for KD? He's a free agent.
Oh, well, so would they be able to have the space to get KD Davis for that? For that?
You talking about the Knicks?
Yeah.
Knicks should be able to get 2 players, 2
no,
superstars.
No. I'm fucking it up.
I think you are fucking it up.
Yeah, because it's coming to the Pelicans. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that.
Right. They have enough to, but and what you're saying, I could double down on that. They have enough to get KD and AD, the Knicks.
KD and AD. Ooh.
But then you're fucked after that because you can't get there's not enough room to get more people.
Yeah.
So is it worth it? Is the case? And from last I heard, is KD wants to get paid now that he has his rings.
Is that
he cares about the money at this point.
now?
He said that himself. Like that's a quote. He's going for the money now.
Boy, you gotta do that LeBron deal, bro. You take 2-year deals as you go. Yes.
LeBron and KD are not the same person.
Come on, dude.
No, I'm not talking about talent.
You know what
I'm not talking
saying.
about talent.
No,
I'm talking about
business savvy.
business or mentally even. I think KD is
He's
like
a softie.
I wouldn't call him soft.
He's a soft, bro.
I wouldn't call him
Come
soft.
on, he gets hurt from what people say.
Oh no, he gets butthurt
He gets
in
butthurt,
that sense, but
and
I
she's
wouldn't call him like a
softy.
soft player is what I'm getting at.
I'm not
I
saying
wouldn't
a
call him a
soft
soft
player,
player.
but
then again, he doesn't necessarily play.
he's
He
meant.
doesn't play like LeBron where he's tough. You know what I mean?
I think
And I
he-
fucking hate you so much, LeBron. I mean, I'm defending you right now, but
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I have no choice. But
Let
I
the
think KD is a better offensive player than LeBron, 100%. But LeBron's a better all-around player
That's a fair question, but how are you a better round player if?
because you play defense and offense, and you don't need to necessarily be the guy, which LeBron doesn't necessarily have to be the guy. KD is the guy you want taking that last shot. If you have LeBron and KD on the same floor, who do you want taking that last shot?
LeBron.
No.
LeBron James.
No.
LeBron James has shot more clutch shots in the past 5 years than Jordan did in his whole career. Fact check that. I did it. It's true.
More clutch shots?
More clutch shots. Yes.
In what respect? Like playoffs?
Game
Or-
winners, bro. In the past 5
But
years.
If you're using that just for like expedition, like regular season games, who cares?
All right, but
I'm talking about when it matters.
When
I'm talking about Game 7.
What-
10 seconds left.
clutch shots.
10 seconds left.
Clutch
You're giving the
shots.
ball to LeBron instead of KD is what you're telling me right
That's
now.
exactly what I'm saying.
You're in fucking insane.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying.
No.
Yes, yeah. Dude, you just said all around better player. What happened?
I'm
with,
talking about
what-
an
what-
offense. I'm talking about one aspect of the game right now.
Exactly. What happened with him in OKC with Russell and him?
You're
Who
what?
who to take the shot?
KD should take the shot is what I'm
Right,
saying.
but he's
the
not.
problem is they can't because them two need to be the guy. But that has
Exactly.
nothing to do with what I'm saying right now.
Yes, it does. Because if LeBron was on that team, that tone of that offense would be different.
I'm not saying they have to be on the same team. What I'm saying is if you created your own team right now, you want LeBron to take the shot over KD is what you're telling me. The last shot.
I would, yes.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you, but I think you're
would.
wrong.
Everybody got his opinion.
Right. And everybody in chat, tell me who you would pick in that scenario, please. Because I am very curious as to what everyone else thinks on that matter. He said Bobby says, Jordan got traded to Knicks with Dennis Smith Jr. for Porzingis. So that's how that trade happened. Okay. Knicks have enough to trade for AD, then offer max contracts to like KD or Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie deserves a max contract, though. He's hurt way too much. That's too risky for me. He's a great player when he's on, but the problem he has to be on.
But you have to see this. You're thinking about deserving it because of injury, but the Knicks would give him that because
Which is not on the Derrick Rose scenario where he's not playing and you're paying the guy. That's what I'm saying.
that's a different situation. But imagine to see it on paper and for the NBA and the fans to see AD, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. That's a
wait.
stacked team.
No, they can't do all three of them.
Was he just saying they can?
No, I don't. They don't have enough to do all three of them. Then offer KD or Kyrie. He can't have all three of them. There's no fucking way. You can't. Unless one of them has to take a pay cut.
Just do some Yankee moves, bro.
One of them would have to
pay
take a pay.
taxes.
You
Just
can't. It's not physically possible to have two super maxed players. I mean, I'm sorry, more than two super max players.
So you could have two supermax and then one.
And then one would have to take a pay cut.
One max contract. But
One
not
would have to take a
supermax.
pay cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one's answering the question in chat, by the way. Who would you pick to take the final shot on your team? KD or LeBron James? And be honest, I don't like LeBron James, but I'm not being biased in this scenario because I'm sitting here saying that LeBron James is a better player, but I'm talking about the final shot. The final shot.
Yeah.
Game 7, 10 seconds left. Okay? I'm very curious as to what everyone's opinion is on that matter. But yeah, you can't have three maxed players on your team. Like the Bulls don't even only have one at the moment. No, not even. So
Let's not talk about the Bulls, bro.
no, but we have to talk about the Bulls because I don't think the Bulls are far off. Just for the record,
I
don't think the Bulls are far off. I think they're about 2 years from being.
They're
okay.
They're
Not going to win the championship.
they're past rebuilding, but they're in the developing stage.
The issue is no one wants to come to Chicago because these guys are idiots. Okay.
Well, the front office.
And I'm not a blind fan. Okay. And I know they're not great. I know they're not great.
I can say that you're one of those. Yeah, you're definitely not a blind fan for sure.
Because I sit here and watch the White Sox every fucking year, and that's like one of my favorite teams. And I'll tell you when they suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
I'll sit here and tell you.
So we
what
have
it is.
Freddie over here. He says.
Freddie says Katie.
He says
okay.
Katie.
Freddie says Katie. If we're talking about driving to the lane, no. Don't worry about driving. Don't worry about driving. I'm telling you who you gonna take, and because okay, you can't sit here and plan like, okay, this guy's gonna drive it in or this guy's gonna take a shot, right? Because they might fuck that plan up. Okay, you got no timeouts left, so whoever gets that ball is gonna have to take what's in front of them. Either they might drive it in, they might take the shot.
Okay, and so
but you have to keep that in mind, okay?
And based what you said, LeBron is a better all-around player.
As a player, 100%. But we're not. I'm only talking about a game-winning shot here, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
All-around player does not.
But LeBron could do those both.
He can do
equally.
But I think KD's better when it comes to shooting and offense.
So your question. So you're asking who would you take the last fucking shot? No,
I've been saying the same thing for like the last 10 minutes, Roger.
Yeah, but taking it to the hole could be the shot too, though.
It can be 100%.
You just said whatever is given to you at the moment.
Right. I that's literally what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is you can't
game
plan
about a literal
that.
shot.
No. You
That's
can't.
What you're saying.
No. Listen, Lisa. Listen. You can't plan. Because he's asking, Bobby's saying, if someone's going to drive it in, obviously it's going to be LeBron. If someone's taking a shot, KD's the better shot. Mm-hmm. Of course. But you can't plan for that. All right? How many times do you plan out a play and it doesn't work? So let's say they planned to take it in, but it didn't work out. So now LeBron has to shoot. Are you trusting LeBron to shoot more than KD in that scenario?
Definitely KD's a better shooter.
Right. But it could work the other way too. 100%. 100%.
But it's safe to say that LeBron would manage that better as far as basketball IQ, whether to I have a better chance to shoot it myself or passing it or seeing where players are around him, right?
Do you want to take that chance?
So you're talking about situational is one thing, but you're saying if you're literally saying the last shot, then yes, KD.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah,
I haven't changed anything I said.
But that it could be also the last shot could be taken it to the hole, man.
Right. So let me put it in this perspective, okay? So you have both opportunities, right? To either shoot or take it to the hole. It's not like KD sucks at taking it to the hole. It's just LeBron's better, right?
LeBron's unstoppable.
LeBron's definitely better in that aspect.
Yeah.
But if I'm saying that KD can shoot and he could take it to the hole, he has both options available.
Yeah, but you're almost saying it like fucking LeBron is trash. Like
no, I'm not. Who said that?
It's almost like saying he
Listen,
cannot fucking shoot like that.
I want to puke for the fact that I was defending this fucker earlier. Okay,
defending, not offending. Defending.
No, I said defending.
You said offending.
No, you Pilsen accent. I said defending. Anyways, if I'm putting in the ball into someone's hands, it's gonna be KD. Is what I'm saying. But again, LeBron is the better overall player.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's two different things.
I would say LeBron, but I might be biased.
If I had to start a team, of course I'm going to pick LeBron over KD.
Yes.
Okay?
You have to. You
would.
Yeah.
Anyone who says otherwise is insane.
I would agree with that statement.
But if you picked KD, it's not like you picked a shitty pick. Like if you had a 1 and 2 pick, you know what I mean? You got KD. It's not like you fucked up.
Right.
KD's still a really good fucking player.
But if you're starting a team, LeBron would help you develop your players. Yeah, yeah, he's he's a coach.
Yes, 100%.
Got it.
I do not disagree with that matter.
Oh my god.
So what I was originally going to bring up before we got into this whole Raptors
before you were on that bullshit, but go ahead.
Before you were on that bullshit.
Me, you on that.
I've been saying the same thing this whole time, and you're like, anyways.
Guys, he's on bullshit.
Anyways,
but go ahead.
Sports betting is being legalized in Chicago, or Illinois, I should say.
Sports betting.
Sports betting. You're gonna be able to bet on sports.
Yeah, because we're building the fucking casino too. So yeah.
Well,
gambling.
Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be the casinos. Further down the line, they will actually have stations in stadiums.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So it's not just restrictive to casinos themselves. It's sports betting in general. So whatever MLB or NBA or football decide that they want to put something in their stadium, they can because it's legal. It's not specific towards casinos.
Yeah, but you know what? So I think that's fine. I think that's really good. But what I'm not a fan of is I think that they're gonna start like penalizing like fantasy drafts, like Yahoo fantasy football shit. Like betting.
What about it?
that's gonna be monitored and taxed as well. Does that make sense?
No, because let's say, how are they taking your money? Because you technically can play fantasy football for free.
Okay, so we're not talking about like within us, like we have our own group and we all pay somebody. That's different.
So do you mean like DraftKings?
Like DraftKings, like yeah.
Well, I don't care about that because I don't.
Dude,
that doesn't affect me.
That's so dude. That's awesome.
I don't give a shit.
You should give a shit.
No.
Yeah.
I don't care about
it's fucking
to me, it doesn't feel the same. I want to build. Like DraftKings, you're picking your players on a weekly basis, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
I like building my team. I like the whole idea of
were you on last place for a fantasy team?
No.
Were you
I was like
ninth?
4th or 5th. Remember, I almost made the playoffs. I was literally one game from making the playoffs.
Almost not good enough, buddy. So
you were last.
I was.
You fucking idiot. Why'd you even bring that up? Stupid. Were you last in the league? Oh, no, it was me. I'm dumb.
But last year, the year before.
I was last.
Oh, I was last.
And but my issue with that league, not that league, so I'm sorry. That season, I kind of gave up towards the end regardless of I didn't really care.
Yeah, because you were sucking.
There was no incentive for me to keep playing.
2 years ago.
Right, not this past season, the one before that.
Yeah, because you did shitty.
There's really no incentive to continue to
trash.
play. That's why I'm saying we needed a better.
You were trash. Plain and simple. I mean,
you were right there, buddy.
No, but I was in last place.
You're last place this year.
I was in last place, so.
And on top of that, listen, he keeps betting this girl in our league every year that he's gonna take her out on a date if he wins, and I don't think he's ever beat her since he's been in this fucking league, dude.
But everybody,
and that's the easiest way to get this girl to go out because she would have no choice. But you cannot beat her for the fucking life of you.
So that started maybe like four years ago, right? At this point, it's literally it's fucking tradition for the sake of tradition.
For you to keep losing to her.
Yeah, it's always gonna happen. Michelle's like literally one of the fucking guys, and she'll forever tell me no, and she's a liar. But anyways, No, but literally now it's just for the kicks of it, just for the shit talking, for the bros.
You fucking beat her at least once, dude.
Dude, she's beat me like 3
I don't think
you
beat her. You might have beat her one time, maybe within the 4 years, if that.
No, I've never.
No, you don't think so?
I've never beat Michelle. I've never beat Michelle.
I think she drafts for you specifically. Like maybe if you make your pick, she's like counters you.
Right? Like what's
like if I'm gonna lose, at least if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose everyone else besides this motherfucker.
Dude, I've never beat Michelle. I've never beat Michelle.
In 4 years, so that means you would have played each other at least 8 times. No. Right, we
played each other twice. And if we went to playoffs, which... Yeah, I've never beat Michelle. Never. But
I don't think you made it to the playoffs.
Not in this league, no.
All right.
No, I did.
No, I don't think so. I don't remember.
No, that was my other league.
No.
I won the chip. Yeah, so what do we got? We got Freddie over here. Who's over here talking?
It's Bobby
Valentino.
Because they realize how much money they are losing out every year because of the sports betting. He's saying
yeah.
That's money that they could be getting.
And you know what's so dope? Yeah, so all this gambling shit and this marijuana shit is gonna go to the pensions. Boy, that's fucking.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude, they're gonna be able to allocate some of the money to the pensions that they've taken.
I'm all for the weed stuff. I don't even smoke.
Dude,
weed,
I'm fucking down with that shit, dude.
It's not.
Dude,
as alcohol to me is worse.
Everybody smokes weed. I don't know why everybody still does it in hiding. But you know what? I think initially, like the first year, is gonna cause a lot of problems because a lot of people are gonna think that they could smoke and drive, or drive high, and people are gonna get DUI. Legit.
And they should.
Well, yeah, right. Idiots. So it's just gonna be like misinformation.
Alcohol's legal, but you can't drink.
So check it out. So you're not gonna be able to smoke weed like walking on the street. You can't smoke it around like police stations, fire stations, around cops.
Well, I think it's in the same aspect of how you can't smoke within 15. Was it 15 feet?
Well, so you won't be able to smoke like that in public, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's almost like how our cigarettes are, in a sense.
Yeah, so
almost. Obviously, worse restrictions.
Yeah. So this law is gonna be more for you to be able to buy it and carry it and move it around to have it on you, right? But you're not be able to like smoke in a restaurant and such. It's funny because I was at work and one of my partners gets a phone call like to the station, and the guy's like, he called him, yo, I got a question for you guys. Like, is weed legal? Like, not till 2020, January 1st. He's like, so you mean that I can't fucking go roll a blunt in front of the station and smoke in front of y'all?
Someone called in.
Dude, swear to God, dude, he put him on speaker.
Is that 911 or 311?
It's just the direct number to the station, dude.
Oh, okay, literally.
Idiots,
it
was fucking hilarious, bro.
Fucking. And see, that's my problem with it, right?
It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen.
But it's inevitable in any sense of the case.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are slowly becoming legalized too. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, Denver
just did it.
Denver, man. You know what?
I've never had mushrooms.
The
so
psychedelics, man. The psychedelics, right? Or hallucinogenics?
Yeah. Well, no, it's more of a hallucinogen for sure.
Dude, that just scares me, man. That's
you ever had an edible?
Never, no.
I just had one last week, and by myself, I had the time of my life.
Did you?
I had a fun time, dude.
Were you just kind of?
It took about 2 hours for it to hit me.
Yeah.
I wasn't like blasted, but there could have been a time where it would have been hard to walk at a certain point of that.
Wow. Okay.
And it was about a 5 to 6 hour high.
Oh shoot.
Of different phases too.
So you get your money's worth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I had different phases. It was me making myself laugh about thinking why. Like I was.
You were just in an endless
I was
loop.
making myself
You were
laugh,
like
bro.
an endless
Yes.
loop.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro, wouldn't it be funny if, like, let's say somebody was over here and like, cause I was watching movies and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I spent about 2 hours trying to find a movie to watch, which was a mistake. I should have had something already available.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking, like, man, imagine if someone was right here next to me for the last 2 hours trying to figure out a movie to watch with me, and I just started dying, like balls out, crying, dying, bro.
God, dude.
And then I got to the hungry stage, and then I went through the holy shit stage. Not paranoid, but like what the fuck just happened stage. It was fun. I definitely like edibles more than smoke. I don't like smoking in general.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, so I think that Bobby, he says, "Fuck that shit. I got shit to do.
Not trying to be.
be."
Well, obviously, if you're gonna do that, it's your day.
But I agree. But who plans to get high for 5-6 hours? I agree with you, Bobby.
I did.
100%. You literally.
It was my
planned
off day.
Really?
It was my off day. I was just gonna chill at the house watching movies anyways.
You know what, man? If
We're drinking for the next probably fucking 7 hours right now. What's the difference?
Well, look, if I was a smoker, dude, to like smoke to be high for that long, dude, that's so crazy, dude.
But you're talking about smoking, so you can't last 6 hours.
Well, same shit. Like I'm talking about like versus when you smoke weed versus eating edibles. That's
well, you wouldn't drink when you work if you have responsibilities.
Okay, so
what's the difference?
Listen, motherfucker, I didn't say anything about work. I'm just saying like on your day off to be high for fucking 5 to 6 hours. That seems ludicrous.
What's the difference between day drinking and that?
Man, day drink is different, man.
How is that different? If you went to a ball game at 11 o'clock and you didn't get home till 8 o'clock, that's actually longer.
Right, but you could stop drinking for a little bit and you won't be as drunk.
But you're still drunk. It is. I mean, I told you there was different phases. I wasn't ultimate high the whole time.
You won't be fucking like you tripping in
it's a
endless
different
circle
experience
for 6 hours.
It's a different experience.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Right.
Again,
I'm not saying drinking has the same effect, but if you're telling me that you have shit to do, you shouldn't have been drinking. You shouldn't have been smoking. You shouldn't have been doing any of that anyway.
Well, of course.
I'm saying I was just going to chill at the house regardless. There's days where I'm just at the house, either playing games all day or watching movies all day.
Gotcha.
What's the difference? I'm just high now.
Right. I mean, if you do it within the confines of your home, fuck it. Who gives a fuck? 4 or 5 hours. But
Carlos says day drinking is dangerous, aka Solvac Rock, by the way. Day drinking is
what's up,
dangerous.
Carlos?
I
Shout
don't
out
know
to you.
which day to stop. By the way, everybody should be following Solvac Rock. He's a streamer as well. Go ahead and follow Z Rock. Who else is in here that streams? My chat's kind of fucked up right now. But follow those guys.
Don't play PUBG with those guys. They suck at it. It's different. But
it is.
But you said it's a whole different animal.
First of all, if I took an edible, I don't want to be out. I wouldn't want to be out.
God no.
No.
God no. Why would you?
No.
Why would you?
No. Like that, I probably would freak the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, don't do that. That's craziness. That's crazy. No.
I just got a Twitter from Epic Andy. He's a good friend of mine. Follow him, by the way, on Twitch as well.
Yo, what's up with these shameless plugs? You gotta pay us. Pay me.
By the way, if you guys aren't here and you want to send your questions, stuff like that, do it through Twitter as well at ChicagoEHD, and it'll pop up on my phone and I'll ask.
Yeah.
So he tweeted me. He said, "The word is Katie is gonna play tonight. Please comment."
KD's gonna play tonight.
That's the word.
You know, we did touch upon it a little bit earlier. I don't know if you guys tuned in, but him playing, it's gonna make a difference. But again, he's definitely not 100%. I don't even think he's 80%, and he hasn't played since May 8th. So he's gonna be rusty. He has to beat the rust off. He has to beat the nerves. You're playing in the elimination game. It's a whole different mindset. This is like a game 7 for them with an injured squad. So I don't think they
Would
could
you
win.
take a no KD or 40% KD?
I would take at this point. I would take a no KD.
Really?
Yeah, because they've already meshed for these games that he's been off, and throwing him on they're gonna have to figure out the dynamic in an elimination game. That's too much to risk, I think.
I take it because you've seen what they're doing without him anyway. So what's not to try 40? So if he goes out there for 40%, right? Which I think he's probably less than that, to be honest. I want to say he's probably 25 or 30%. Because I think he would have been playing if he was above 50.
He would have played last game.
I digress. Whatever. It doesn't really matter at that point. I would take a 40% KD, see what it does. If it doesn't work, you just go right back to what you were doing anyways, which was losing.
Right,
because
right.
you got at this point, what do you have to lose? You saw that it's not working without him anyways.
Right, but you have to understand that if you put a person that's 20%, right, you're taking a position from, and then a body from somewhere that's probably at 80%. And I get it. Maybe his 20% is somebody's 80%, right?
Exactly.
Right, but better chances.
I'm trusting KD over anyone else on that team.
No.
At 40%.
No.
And I think Kawhi would have to body him, so that leaves one other person to have an opportunity.
I don't think you even have to put an injured person. You don't have to put Kawhi on an injured KD.
Okay, if he starts going off, someone has to body him. Who can stop him on that team besides KD? Sorry, Kawhi.
Siakam.
Got
Siakam.
I don't think so.
He got the length.
He does have length.
He plays pretty good average defense.
Average
against a hurt KD.
But
against a hurt KD.
Yes.
God damn.
But he might make it out of it. He might make it out of it. Is what I'm saying.
No, dude.
I think so.
No.
I take a 40% KD over anyone else on that team. Well, not over like Curry and them.
Yeah,
but I'm
drunk.
talking about how am I drunk, dude? I'm saying I'm obviously not over like a Thompson. I'm talking about the people that are replacing him right now. I would take a 40% version of them. I'm not saying throw away Curry and Thompson and all them. That doesn't make fucking sense.
I'm not saying that either, but I mean, you got to throw all your marbles, and I understand that. I understand that logic, but if he's not doing shit for you by the second half,
then you sit him.
They're a third quarter team, the Warriors, and if they don't do anything by the first half,
I agree.
You bench him.
You sit him.
You bench him
100%.
or use him as a decoy, like bring him out like on like the fourth quarter when you think he might get the shot kind of thing. That could work. Give him the whole fumble Ruski kind of thing. So yeah, that's our take on that shit. So
Andy, I just answered your question. I don't know if you were here for it, but I did answer your question. Also, again, make sure you guys are following Epic_Andy as well. He streams as well.
Man, listen, forget
Z-Rock, a.k.a. Lewis, said that he thinks that ESPN said that he's playing tonight. Either way, it's looking like it's heading that direction. So
I think he is playing.
I would play if I were him. And like I said, if it doesn't work, then sit the fuck down. What's the difference at this point?
Right.
You got to try it.
Yeah, you definitely got.
You got to try it.
You definitely got to throw all your marbles.
You have nothing to lose but lose. You know what I mean? Literally nothing to lose but lose. But another sports news now. Let's go over to your team, a.k.a. the Cubs. Obviously, I'm not a Cubs fan, guys, but I do follow them.
Yes.
Almora's hitting the kid like about a week ago.
Smacking the kid in the face.
Smacking the kid. So
yeah.
For those of you who don't know, obviously because you're not all from Chicago, what's his first name?
Albert
Almora. Albert Almora Jr.
Alberto.
He hit a line drive and it hit like a 4-year-old girl, and he ended up breaking down not after the game, actually the following inning, like crying and tears and all this stuff because they had to take the girl to the hospital. There was really no news about her initially, so he was kind of overly concerned, and you could see him in the dugout.
He was distraught,
crying.
sure.
It was very, very, very sad moment. But which leads to, well, before I even get to that, I thought there was a very cool moment. You know how they always have like the dugout cam? Or not the dugout cam.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber, he blocked the camera.
Yeah, just standing
I thought that was really dope, like really cool of him, because for those of you who don't really watch baseball, they have a dugout cam that faces all the players that are sitting in a dugout, and you could clearly see him, Albert Almora, the guy who hit the girl, crying. Well, I don't know if he was really crying, but he was definitely like not there.
He
right.
just like slouched over.
And then one of his teammates came over and blocked the camera so that they couldn't see him. I thought that was pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, that was.
But,
that was dope.
The girl came out fine. But which brings to the topic of, do you think we need an extension on the netting?
Yes.
I absolutely do think we do that. Japan does it already.
Yeah.
And without much issues. I don't know have you ever sat behind the netting?
I have.
It's not a huge difference to me, dude. Especially at nighttime. Nighttime, I can barely even notice that it's there. I mean, it's there.
First of all, you're colorblind, so
what does colorblind have to do with? I'm not net blind, you idiot.
Net blind, colorblind, same shit. No, so you know what? So you know you're gonna have like the baseball traditionalists. They're gonna say no, don't do that. It's gonna change the game, which I could see that happening. But you know what they could do? They could not have people that buy tickets. They have that section not be kids can't sit. But obviously at that point you can't do that shit.
I don't like that. No,
Yeah.
I mean those people that say that it ruins the experience are you're just being a dickhead at that point, because it's not like you still can't get a ball. The netting's designed for it. Line drives not to hit you. It's for your benefit. Mm-hmm. There's still foul balls that come over the nets.
Right.
I see it all the time.
Right. And
then another thing, it'll block bats. I've seen bats get thrown over towards people and they get hit.
Yeah.
I want to say almost like 4 years ago I seen that at a White Sox game. Not personally, but like I saw a game where someone got hit by a bat.
Yeah.
Broken bats at that. Those are the real dangerous ones, because
they could fuck your shit up.
That shit will pierce your skin, dude.
Yeah.
But I absolutely agree that we at least, maybe it doesn't have to go all the way to the left or right field pole, but at least to where the left and right field players play on average, you know, because they could play no doubles or close up, whatever.
Right.
But on average, like in the middle, I think they can extend it that far, like where the security guards and stuff are at. Test it. You got to do something, right? Because it doesn't take away from the experience more so than when a kid gets hit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you mean to tell me the netting's worth not being there, and then have people have a chance of someone getting injured? Because it happens every year. Just in this case,
almost always.
Oh yeah,
almost always.
It's just in this case it was prime time,
and it was a little girl.
Yeah. But I've seen people get their fucking shit hit, bro, and then catching a line drive is no joke if you're trying to catch with your hands. Regardless, that shit's gonna fucking hurt, dude. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad caught a line drive, dude. We were sitting on the third base side, and we were at the top portion.
Yeah.
He caught it line drive, just boom. And then, like, you know, he caught it, and we were high-fiving everybody, like, oh, that shit's dope. And then, like,
fucking shit was jacked.
After the adrenaline kicked off,
swollen hand.
He said he felt like he had a fucking heart in his hand, dude. Like, he could not stop doing this. Like it was just throbbing, dude. And then you could see, like, the red on his fucking...
Dude, that fucking impact, dude.
Dude, it's no fucking joke, man. It's absolutely no joke. And like I said, I think it's a fucking no-brainer to put the nets up.
You know what? I would say do it, man, just because if... I think about this. If I had a kid and I was down the third baseline and something happened, dude, that would suck. So I say put it.
Right. Bobby says it's a very sad thing that happens to that little girl, and it sucks. But people getting hit by line drives is a very minimal thing. Rarely happens when someone. It's extremely rare that someone gets hospitalized, but people do get hurt.
Right.
Regardless, I don't think. Like I already said, I think it's better to have the netting up than it is to not have it, because it doesn't take away from the game, as it really doesn't. Like those seats that you took us to that one time, it was behind home plate.
Yeah,
the netting it doesn't affect your view.
You know, initially, I guess when you sit down first, but once maybe 10 minutes after, you're
still in the moment.
You're oblivious to the fact.
Like if someone hits a walk-off home run, you think the netting blocked your view from seeing? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
so listen. So I think the netting will come up when somebody starts suing a team or MLB. That's when it will come up.
The problem is actually in their policy that if you're supposed to be protecting yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they can, by you going to a game, they can't get sued for that.
Okay.
So they cover their basis on that in that regard. Yeah. So I guess what brings up my next thing, which would be for the White Sox in this scenario.
What's going on? Talk to us.
I'm sure you're familiar with the Tim Anderson bat flip scenario. Have you heard about?
No. Wait. Yes.
You had to. It was like huge on MLB for quite some time. So
play it to me.
He knocked a home run in KC. No. Was it KC?
Was this recently?
This is about no. This is about a month ago.
Okay.
It was in April or early May, one or the other. He hit a home run off a pitcher, obviously.
No shit, right. It was.
I'm trying to think whether or not I was in KC though or the White Sox game. I think it was in. I think it was a White Sox game. I'm pretty sure it was a White Sox game. Anyways,
yeah,
hits a home run.
Yeah,
and then he knows it's gone already. Like as soon as he hit it,
and he fucking flips the
fucking bat. And then
bat.
he got his bat and he grabbed it like at the top part, right, and then threw it at his own dugout, like all super hype. So imagine like he hits it, knew it's gone, he's like yeah, grabbed his bat and threw it at the thing, like started pumping him up. As soon as he did that, you could see the catcher immediately look to his dugout, and then he runs around the bases, whatever. The following day, or the following at bat,
they pitch at him.
They threw at him.
Yeah.
Right. And so initially he just went to his base. He wasn't gonna fight or anything like that. But then everyone started talking shit.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone's barking back and forth. They suspend the pitcher, and then they actually suspend Tim Anderson, even though he's the one that got hit, because he used the N-word. He called him a soft ass.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I don't know how you fucking suspend somebody. And again, I'm a White Sox fan, obviously, but how do you suspend someone who got hit? Okay, of course your emotions are you're gonna get the best of you at that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what the scenario was.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that point, if they catch it, you have to do it.
And then about a week ago, when we played them again, they actually hit him. I don't think it was intentional this time though, but hit him in the head.
Oh, shit.
On the helmet. They instantly kicked out the pitcher.
Because of the history.
Right.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether the intent was there or it wasn't, which again, I don't think it was.
The history was
there. It was
there.
like a high changeup that got away from him. You can't do that.
Right.
That's the one person you can't fucking hit.
Yeah.
So anyways, they kick him out. But I guess my question to you is.
What's up?
With the generation that it is right now, it's trying to make baseball exciting because baseball is almost at its lowest ratings that it's ever been.
Yes, it is.
Do you agree that people should be getting plunked when you're doing bat flips?
No, I think
it's part of the game.
I think that adds swagger.
Or should be part of the game.
I think that adds swagger to the game.
Absolutely.
I think it adds like what football has, what basketball has, like that dunk or like the touchdown you said. That is that signature.
That's the same exact thing I was gonna bring up.
That's
like other
signature.
sports, when you go fucking crazy, you might not even score a touchdown, but you made like a big ass play, like a nice catch during a 3rd and 15 or something like that. You get up, you're like, you're fucking pumped.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the difference?
I agree. I think they're grown men and they shouldn't get mad at shit like. Because I mean, flip it around, they would do the same.
Right. And our announcer brought up a good point. He's like, listen, you're upset that this guy hit a home run off you. Get him out the next game. You think you're better than this guy?
Uh-huh.
Get him the fuck out the game, and then you fucking like.
I agree.
You fist pump.
I agree.
Like you go crazy, like fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
and then and see that would ignite a better. And
I guarantee
baseball
you,
game.
you can respect each other after that.
Yeah.
Like regardless of the fact that you're gonna feel salty in that moment, you would feel a lot better at that moment,
right?
Like, where it's like, okay, you got me this time, I'll get you the next one.
I couldn't agree with you anymore with that.
This whole bat flip scenario. So that happened again yesterday. A guy from the Dodgers. His name's slipping.
I actually saw that.
Muncy.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever. We know.
What we're talking about. Yeah.
It was against Madison Bumgarner, and
yes, it was.
He knocked this fucking ball all the way to the ocean.
He smacked it into the ocean.
The ocean, and he did like a little bat flip too, if I'm not mistaken. No. I don't know if he did a bat flip, but he was kind of eyeing the ball longer than pitchers should deem it necessary, I guess. You know, like when you hit the ball and you just kind of like give it a stare down.
And then you go.
And then you go.
Like glancing like I got you.
Right. So Bumgarner gets mad at that. He's like, stop fucking looking at the ball. Run around already. So then when he rounds the bases, he tells him, if you don't want me to look at the ball, go get it out the fucking ocean. He told him that. So they actually interviewed him after the game. And he said, what did you tell Bumgarner as you're rounding bases? He's like, I tell him if he doesn't want me to staring at the ball, go get out the fucking ocean. Which technically doesn't make sense, but I understood what he was trying to say.
He was just trying to talk shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, don't let me hit it to the fucking ocean then, idiot. You know what I'm saying?
And that is the truthful logic on that whole shit talking.
Because think about it. A pitcher has all day to sit there and strike out people, and he could get pumped up, but I can't throw my bat at you afterwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or I can't run with
this
hype
is my
like,
moment, motherfucker. You fucked up. You should have got me out.
Yeah.
This is my moment. Don't fucking worry about what I'm doing right now.
It's sportsmanship, bro.
Now, if I'm walking, strutting, I'm fucking like, fuck you, little bitch. That's a different story. Now I'm being disrespectful. But if I'm living in the moment, and I'm not even looking at you, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm living my moment with my teammates.
Yeah.
Fuck off,
Yeah, dude. I agree with that, dude.
Fuck off, man.
Especially, come on. In what stadiums can you hit a home run and land in the ocean?
Yeah, that's so dope. Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
I do like that about that stadium, although albeit, I should say, it's not a common thing to happen, but when it does happen, it's fucking badass.
Awesome. And then if you're in a canoe, you could try to grab that baseball
and
shit.
people stay in the canoes just waiting for that shit.
Yeah.
You might be out there all day. So, but imagine their mindset. Okay,
Like, do you drink? Are you drinking?
What are you doing out there?
You're drinking in the canoe.
So let's say it's a 1-0 game and no one even hit it out there, which that game was a 1-0 game. It just so happened that one went out the fucking ballpark.
Yeah.
You're just chilling out there. You only could hear the game. That seems really fucking. I don't know if that's worth the trade off.
So like,
unless it's Barry Bonds hitting those home runs and you're trying to keep those.
That was a long time. Yeah.
Right. That's different.
You know, maybe when you hear the, you just know it's coming kind of thing. But how do you know it's coming in that side of the field? You know.
Right, because even if you're listening to like on the radio, there's still a little bit
delay.
of delay.
Yeah.
So you would just have to hope
that it lands.
That's so boring.
I'd
get bored.
And would that ball float? Would it?
I would imagine so.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not initially. But it would
and then whoop.
Because what are the odds of you being out there and then you'd have to have some fucking scuba gear, dude, and it's not gonna land right in front of you.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I saw it and that was bullshit.
What?
You can't get mad that he fucking rocked the shit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Epic Annie just said, it's like a fist puff from Tiger Woods, right? You're gonna get mad at him for
the epic.
Right,
know?
his little.
Yeah.
Grow up, dude.
Yeah.
Get him out the next game. Or get him out the next play. Do what you got to do, man. Like, if you were so fucking good, he wouldn't even have had that opportunity.
Yeah.
Fucking get mad at somebody for taking advantage of your mistake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything for the Cubs or White Sox that you'd like to bring up?
We actually just added a new pitcher.
Who do you guys got? Oh, Kimbrel.
Yeah, dude.
How do you feel about that contract? Before you bring it up, I'm curious. Do you know what the contract was?
No, I'm not.
I believe it was 3 years, $45 million, give or take.
3 years, 45. Yeah, it's that stretch, man. It's coming to the end of the playoffs, man. Getting some good pitching in, dude. Come on, man. They were already good fighting contenders, but now they're contenders, man. It just adds another layer to their pitching, man.
He hasn't pitched yet, though, right?
I'm not sure. The trade just went, like 2 days ago? 3?
When I went to see Godzilla with Lewis.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, fuckers.
He didn't invite you?
Nope.
We invited me.
I was probably.
That's your best friend.
I was working. Was it the weekend? Yeah. Okay, Lewis.
What's today? Today's Monday?
Yep.
I think it was Thursday.
Yeah.
I think it was Thursday.
Yeah. I was on some shit.
That's a good movie, by the way.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Really is Godzilla female or male?
I don't know. Or guy, I want to say.
Yeah, there was some articles trying to figure out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean that. Lewis brought up the point that he thinks it was too much money for him though. Only because you guys have a lot of money coming off the books next year, but you need to be using that for your current roster to try to keep them, because everybody's coming up on their like season, to get paid.
So I think that they're playing a little bit better than last year, but I think the Cubs did it because they don't want to be in a situation where they were last year. They're not trying to not make the playoffs by a couple of games. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you guys lost because of a closer more so. Well, your bullpen was pretty bad.
Right.
So that didn't help. But the last month was offense that was the problem. They were like one run difference,
dude.
And how many times in the Rockies game, that wild card game, was it considered a wild card or?
I think it was a wild card. Yeah, because it was
a
one.
No, yeah, it was a wild card to get to the playoffs.
Right.
No, it wasn't a wild card game. It was game 163.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, They had a lot of opportunities for offense.
It was a wild card because they didn't get that game. So
right.
whatever.
It was offense that fucked up that game. It was a 1-0 game, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it?
But
to the 15th inning.
But what I'm trying to say is that it wasn't that game that's defining. It could have been another game during the season.
But that's the problem too.
Won.
There was that last month, the offense just went stale. But the offense carried them all the way up to that point. So I mean, there's a lot of what ifs. But what I'm getting at is if the offense goes stale, you guys are screwed because the pitchers can't carry you.
Well, I would agree, but they can't carry you for the length of it. Like, I mean, you remember the year that they won the World Series, right? The pitcher, like they would have to score.
You guys are really well balanced that year, though.
Right.
Anyone could carry.
So if they were up 2 runs, 2-1 or 3-1, like their pitching was so good that it was gonna stay that way.
It was Chapman.
Yeah,
Chapman was a monster.
Yeah, he had a fucking cannon. He has a fucking cannon. So, but now is they've lost games where they've been down, but they're scoring like 9 runs on you, and so you come back and you score 7. That's a high scoring game for a baseball game. But your pitching is shitty. That's what I'm trying to say.
100%.
So,
like right now, like even for the White Sox, our offense carries us more than our pitching.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
dude.
I understand.
Hell yeah, dude.
Our offense is really good.
You guys got some.
We're not
some
far off.
hitters.
I'm telling you.
You definitely got some hitters.
Huh?
You guys got some hitters for sure.
Yeah. How do you think the Bulls are gonna fare with their 7th round draft pick?
Ah, man, the Bulls.
First of all, how do you feel about that they have the 7th round draft pick when they had a 25% chance of being top 3?
You know what?
25
I'm gonna be really honest with you, man. I really don't follow the Bulls as much as I should. I just have no interest in the Bulls teams, man.
Okay, well then put it in this perspective. If your favorite team, they were supposed to be top 4 and ended up falling all the way to the 7th pick, like isn't that just like automatically like a demoralizing type of situation?
And there's more reasons why the Bulls will forever be sucking, and it's maybe it's not on them kind of thing, but I don't know, man. I just feel bad for the Bulls, man. Their front office got to go, dude.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
but it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
So talking about it's just a waste of breath.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
It's Jerry's Reinsdorf because the same thing happened with the White Sox for so long. So the only connection in that matter is Jerry's Reinsdorf. If it's happening for 2 different organizations, who's the connecting factor?
Yeah,
he's very loyal to
the Sox and the Bulls.
He's very loyal to his people. His people.
Yeah,
he doesn't like firing people. He lets them do their work. But I'm gonna grab another beer here in a second. But
go for it.
You need one?
Yeah, I definitely need one.
I'm gonna ask you another thing though.
Go for it. Shoot.
What do the Lakers need to do to get out of to be out playoff contenders?
Man, you know what? What the Lakers need, they actually didn't need LeBron to get injured. That's what they did need. They didn't need him to get injured. Also, I think that the trade talks about AD kind of fucked the chemistry in that team. If you guys agree with me, please chat about this. Should help us talk about it. Yeah, so I think them talking about trading, bringing AD, I think fucked up that whole young core, man. I think it was kind of like, well, fuck. Well, I'm gonna be leaving. Why am I gonna try my best, kind of thing,
Right.
So I think that definitely messed them up. And then Luke Walton, I'm not saying he's a good coach, man. But he just had too much going for him, man. Like there was too many things going for him that I feel like was beyond him. I feel, and they're just so dysfunctional.
So if you get to pick a free agent this year, obviously AD is not a free agent, so you can't say AD. Who would you want to come to the Lakers?
Who would I want, and I think would want to come over? I think
no. Just say in general, like who would you want to come to the team?
I would say Jimmy Butler, man.
Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Buckets would be a pretty decent addition to, but I don't know if that's...
He became such a diva of late, man. I don't understand why.
You know what? When he was with the Bulls initially, he was so humble, dude. He was so humble.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Maybe
he became Hollywood. The running joke was like Miami was Hollywood, and then he became Hollywood. And they were nowhere near as Hollywood as he is now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And I like Jimmy. Just it is what it is.
I mean, he's a good player, man.
Yeah,
he's a good player. So I don't know if that would put him over the hump, but I feel if you're able to add a guy like Jimmy Butler, and you keep like your Kyle Kuzmas of the world, and I mean, I think Lonzo Ball's a really great point guard, as much as people don't give him credit for. He's a really good.
I don't think he fits on that team. I think that's the issue. I think he needs to go on a team that's. I think quite honestly, I think he'd be a really good fit with the Bulls.
Really,
if they could.
You know, I've heard about.
We're
that.
missing a point guard.
I've heard.
We're missing a point guard. Like Zach LaVine's the real deal. Markkanen's the real deal.
Yeah, Zach LaVine's.
We need to see what we're gonna do in the center, but point guard is what the Bulls are missing. So you throw him in the mix with a young core, I think it'd be a really good fit. Really good fit.
He would be in the building. Well, I don't think
we're still building.
I don't think you're rebuilding. You're in a developing stage.
But
now.
you're past the early years of the rebuild. Like you're at the point where you're just missing like two pieces. You know what I mean? It's not like you're waiting another 3 years of drafting.
What about the coaching? What about your head coach?
Trash. I don't like him, but I don't know if the players do. It's too hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know what happens behind the scenes. I only can tell you what I see in front of me.
Right.
Which is stupid.
It's hard for me to get interest in the Bulls, man. You know what? I've always been a LeBron fan, and you know, LeBron James always fucked the Bulls, whether it was when he was with Cleveland or when he was in Miami, he would fuck them up.
Yeah.
But watching the Bulls and LeBron's teams play, dude, those were some awesome fucking fun series.
The early years.
The shit talking between Noah and
the
him.
2011 to the 2014
dude,
years.
That was so good, dude.
Yeah.
Great playoff basketball.
100%.
And then the return number 5 happened, and it was just kind of like, all right, this is.
I wouldn't mind Derrick Rose coming back at some point to the Bulls, though. Just more, like, he's not a bad player. He's not the player no more, but I wouldn't mind us having him around, honestly.
I mean, he has to play different now.
And he's like I said, he can't carry your team.
Not anymore.
No. He would have to be almost like a bench or a very minute strict starter, where he's not really a starter, maybe only playing like 20, 25 minutes a game.
I think because his style of play, I think you put him like as a 2 guard now. I feel because he can't play like he could as a point guard.
No,
not anymore.
I do miss those days though.
He don't got the knees. You don't got the bee's knees.
Let's go for one more sports thing before I switch off to this next topic.
Give it to me.
The Bears. The Bears. He's gonna go take a leak real quick, guys, but I'll get into what I want to get into with the Bears. I'm excited for this year. I don't know if we're going to be as good as we were last year, but I'm excited for the opportunity for that because our offense has a complete overhaul right now. We have 2 new running backs, both that play to the style of which our offense succeeds at, which is running and catching, which we didn't get out of Jordan Howard. I really do miss – I'm going to miss Jordan Howard in the sense of like he was a beast at the goal line. But with our new playmaking abilities at the goal line, we don't necessarily need that type of runner anymore because there's different things you can do, which we saw this past year. We drafted David Montgomery. We're gonna see how he does. Which he's that style. He's almost he is Jordan Howard minus. I would give the edge to Jordan Howard as far as like being a bigger back. But this guy can do both things.
You talk about Montgomery, picking up Montgomery from the draft?
Yeah. And then also picking up Riley Ridley, which was another receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, 2 years ago, we were a laughing stock of a receiving core. Now we have one of the most in-depth receiving cores out there, dude.
It took years to get there.
Jesus, like
it took years to get there.
It took a fucking forever, bro, like to get to this point. And I'm so fucking excited to see what happens this year. We still have a very strong core on both sides of the ball, whether it's Mitch or Trubisky. We got Cohen. We got
Mac.
Getting better at of course, the defense speaks for itself with Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack, Danny Trevathan, Kyle Fuller.
I guess a stud.
And I think a very low-key move that we made that's very important was Cordell Patterson, because now he's a kickoff return, punt return specialist that can play on the offensive side if you want to utilize him that way.
Cordell Patterson, I remember he got drafted, if I'm mistaken, from the Vikings drafted him, dude. He was a fucking kickoff.
Oh yeah, that's where I remember him from. But he was even good with the Patriots this past few years.
Yeah.
That was one of our weaker points was the kickoff punt return aspect of our game. That was one, and then of course kicking. We still don't know what we're getting out of the kicking yet. But if you play enough offense, maybe kicking won't have to. I think
kicking is important though, man.
Oh, it is 100%.
important.
You, especially in those tight playoff games, because every playoff game is going to be a tight game. But what I'm getting at is, I think the Bears with their new coach, and you see it throughout the season. If you watch the first 4 games, Mitchell Trubisky was ass until the 4th game, actually, when they played the Buccaneers.
Ass.
Terrible. He was trash. I questioned whether or not he should even be here. I'm like, we might need to pick up another quarterback, this and that.
It could have been debated that we could have been undefeated for the first couple games.
Yeah, but there was a couple games where we shouldn't have won either. Like the Arizona game, we should not have won that one either.
We should have won that Patriots game. We're close.
We should have won that one too.
The Dolphins won as well.
Right. Dolphins, the Giants game. There's a bunch of games that you could have flipped them either way.
Yeah.
But what I liked from this team was their way to adapt to be better the following week, every week. So if you watch the first game, we took the foot off the pedal, right? Yeah. And then the next game we didn't against Seattle. Against Arizona, Mitch Trubisky was just completely inaccurate. Mm-hmm. He had a terrible game. Mm-hmm. And then he came out and threw 6 touchdowns the following game.
Who does that?
And that's what I'm getting at. Like they're able to adapt from their problems, their issues. And this year is going to be the true test because you're going to be playing all these teams that last year were the better teams. Like you're going to be playing New Orleans. You're going to be playing L.A. again.
And now they know
Kansas City.
Now they know what's up with you. Now they know how
this is the true test. This is going to be one of those years. And I want it to be a true test. I want to beat the fucking Packers every fucking year. There's no. I don't care how shitty we are. Those could be our only 2 wins, and I'll consider it a success.
I agree with you, man. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Fuck that. And we should be able to take this division. Rodgers, you can never count him out, but we have the better overall team. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
You know what? They have a new head coach, man. That might go against them. That might go against them, but it's looking good for the Bears.
What is your prediction for? Actually, I'll show you the schedule. What do you think? What do you think they're going to be this year?
The record, man. So I love the fucking Bears, man. I love the fucking Bears.
Just 3.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's see. I looked at it when it came out. Packers, Broncos, Redskins, Vikings, Raiders. I think they could probably be like a 13.
Oh, you're going better than last year.
Yeah, dude. I think they could be.
You're optimistic. I like that.
I mean, dude, it's
13-3 then, huh?
I think like 13-3 team. Maybe like a 11, 12 team.
I think I'm gonna go with the same record as last year, which was 12-4.
You think so?
I think so, because you have the Saints in here. You have the Chargers, which we'll see what they're gonna be. The Chargers. Where the hell are the Chiefs at? Chiefs are supposed to be. Chiefs.
Well, the Chiefs.
Rams.
The Chiefs makeup is already different. They're a different team now, man.
Yeah, I just don't want to count out this guy because he came out of nowhere last year, and I think he will continue to be good. Then you have the Broncos, which we're going against our old defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you got Packers twice. So they're no slouch even when they're trash. And we've usually always been the ones that are trash. So I'm hoping we sweep them this year.
We've always had those short on the stick with the Packers.
Fucking assholes. I hate them so much. That's literally the worst team I hate in
sports. So we have somebody saying over here, David McGovern is going to be the starter.
I think he eventually is going to be a starter, but not initially.
I don't think so.
Mike Davis is going to be the starter initially. And then Cohen and Montgomery are going to switch off. And then eventually he's going to get phased in.
I don't know, dude. I think like the style of how the running back is being used now, I don't think so. That style of running back, I'm not saying it's obsolete because you still need that for like short yardage, but it's just the league is a passing league now, and that includes running backs.
But all 3 of them are that. Mike Davis is that too.
Right, but are they as elusive as Cohen?
The issue is that Cohen's not an every down back. He's too tiny.
Right.
So you can use him every down, but he won't be a running back every down.
Right.
He's too tiny. You might use him as a receiver. That's always been the issue with him.
Yeah.
If you can't risk him being obviously he's not gonna be the goal line guy, right? You're gonna need powerhouses, where David Montgomery fits in.
Which let's be honest, you rarely see like the goal line stand now. 'Cause it's all passing now. So
passing,
you don't
trick
get
plays,
there. Yeah.
You can get away with it.
But it's good to have though. It's really good to have. That's for sure. Fucking Jordan Howard going to the Eagles. What do you think with that?
I'm not scared of the Eagles. I think they lucked out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they lucked out this past.
They signed.
We were a kick
Foles.
away from winning.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they signed Nick Foles for I think like a 4-year, 150.
Not
million.
Nick Foles.
I mean, Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
I to sign somebody for that long with that much money, and he hasn't been healthy. That's a fucking risk.
Yeah,
That's
especially
a
in
fucking
football.
risk. That's such a risk, man.
Especially in football, dude.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to movies and TV shows. Or unless you have something else to throw in.
No.
for sports.
That's good. That's good for me. That's good for me.
They hit all the good. They hit all the good notes for you.
13 and 3,
for
baby.
sports?
13 and 3.
The biggest one I'm
What's
gonna
up?
take for movies is was announced last week. Because I'm a big comics book guy in terms of movies, at least.
What's up,
Robert Pattinson being Batman.
dude? This is the first Batman that we could all fuck up. Like if you walk in this door, like I bet you I could fuck his ass up. Like being the actual Batman. Swear to God. Would you agree with that statement? I'm gonna think like, bro, stop with your vampire having ass. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna do the Twilight thing again. There's been a few movies I've actually watched where he was actually a really good actor, but
No, dude.
to your point,
No.
I think I could beat his ass.
I mean, that's what
I
I'm
think I could beat his
saying.
ass. Yeah, I think that's part. He's definitely gonna have to put on some muscle.
But
100%.
but his body frame is not. He doesn't have it. Like genetically, his genetic potential is not allowed to have that look, dude. There's no way.
We'll
Like
see.
Ben Affleck, he's a big dude, right? He's like
He's tall,
taller,
too.
big dude.
How tall is Robert Pattinson? Let me
And
look
when
that up.
he got bulky, right? He looked like fucking Batman.
Yeah.
He looked like the Bruce Wayne from the Batman cartoon, like legit. To me. What do you guys think? Michael Keaton is the same size. Yeah, but
he's 6'1".
But Michael Keaton didn't play a vampire in a
Stop
in a
the
romance.
Twilight bullshit.
It's true though.
But
Come on,
that
it's
doesn't
true.
that's years ago, dude.
doesn't-
Like I'm
but-
not gonna hold that against
But you
him.
have to understand that it's. I don't think he
If
has.
it makes you feel any better, he didn't want to do those movies either.
I don't think he has that range. That's what I'm trying to say.
He does.
I don't think no.
Watch the movie Life on Plex.
I've heard. I've seen it. I heard it. No.
He's pretty fucking crazy in that one. Yeah, and then
Fuck that. Give me Christian Bale. I'll be happy.
you're going back to old school. You can't do that no more.
I like how you.
I'm
went
not
back to
saying
old
I'm not
school.
saying he'd be my first choice. He's not even in my top 10. Maybe not even top 20.
Who.
Robert Pattinson. But I'm warming up to the idea based off what they want to do with this new Batman. So this Batman's not. He's already been Batman, but he's not the broken Batman, and he's not a new Batman. What they're trying to do with the new Batman, based off what the director was telling me, is that they're going to go. What is Batman known for? And from
He's the DC Tony Stark. He's a billionaire.
okay, but like,
Yeah.
what are his traits? What makes him Batman?
Smart,
Mm-hmm.
rich, adaptable. Uses his advantages that people he fights their disadvantages becoming his advantages. He's a tactician. That's what he is.
And you're hitting it there, but you're forgetting one of the biggest aspects of what Batman really is. He's
a vigilante.
the world's greatest detective.
Oh my god, dude. Okay.
So-
okay with this bullshit theory.
It's not it's not a theory. Like that's his nickname. That's literally his nickname. He's one of the world's greatest detectives. I mean, they don't call him that.
This is like what from like the 70s, 80s.
No, like that's
back to old shit, dude.
no.
Stop.
Think about it. Even if you watch the very first Batman Begins movie, what do you think he's doing when he has like those when he's out searching for all those people?
I get that, but I don't think that's gonna help him fuck up fucking the Joker. Or,
Why not?
It's
If you could find out, you said he's smart, right?
yeah.
So what was one of the things he did when he joined the Justice League? He found out all the weaknesses of everybody in the Justice League.
The cartoon. Not the movie.
Comics.
How?
No, it's in the comics.
Okay. What about the Batman from the Justice League? He didn't do shit to fuck up Doomsday. He didn't do anything.
What are you talking about?
The
You're
Justice-
talking about the movies now.
Yeah. Well, this motherfucker is playing in a fucking movie, not in a cartoon,
Well,
bro.
that's my point. So what are you basing it off of? You're saying movies, comics, or what now? Because I already just got done telling you two different versions.
We're talking about movies, so we're
Right.
talking about movies.
Right. So the direction that they're trying to take is more leaning towards like the whole detective side of things. So it's supposed to be Penguin and the Riddler as the bad guys.
Is Pauly Shore playing the
Pauly
Riddler?
Shore.
That's a rumor that Pauly Shore might play
Pauly
the-
Shore?
Yeah,
Don't you
dude.
even fucking talk to me right now about.
Hey y'all.
Why are we talking about fucking Pauly Shore? What are you saying to me?
I think that was rumored that he might play the Riddler, dude.
Fuck out of here, dude.
Unless that was a troll. I remember from the fucking Dome movie and shit. You remember that shit, dude? What do we got saying? What the people saying over here? What's up?
Here's the thing: DC didn't find the committed actors like Marvel did, and it's just becoming a shit show for them.
I agree.
Well,
Dude,
no.
how many
It's not
Batmans
the
have you
actors.
had
It's not
already,
the actors
dude?
that's the problem, though. Ben Affleck wasn't the problem.
Christian Bale wasn't the problem.
It's the writing. That was a. Tell me that the last Superman. His name is slipping my mind right now. Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Cavill. He was. Tell me, he wasn't a badass Superman.
He's dope.
Dope as fuck.
They just
They didn't know how to use
They
him.
never wrote to him.
They didn't know how to use him. Ben Affleck was not a bad Batman.
So I don't know if
I didn't know.
I don't.
I thought he was kind of a shitty Bruce Wayne, but that whatever. He was a really good Batman though. At least how they utilized Batman.
Ben Affleck.
Right.
I think he was a better Bruce Wayne than a Batman.
I beg to differ because
I think Chris Bale was a better Batman than he was a Bruce Wayne.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Yeah. But I just really love that scene in Batman vs Superman. The only good scene.
Well,
for
when
the most part,
he says fucking
when-
Martha,
no,
Goofy.
We're not talking about that. Why would you even think that was my favorite scene?
cuts, dude, that was so poorly written. Like really,
That was
the fuck-
dumb.
The fucking name tied it, dude. Stupid.
No, I'm going based off of that one scene when he finds out that Martha, Superman's mom, is held up, and he goes in and there's all these thugs in that one building, and he shows up and just beats the shit out of everybody, dude.
Yeah.
He like blows up the floor. He does his little fucking. It's like almost playing that video game, like the Arkham Knight series,
Yeah.
where he's in there, he's like toying with them, dude. Like one of the guys tries to knife him from behind, and like it scratches off the top of his thing, and he grabs him and throws it. That was probably the best scene of Batman I've ever seen in any adaptation of Batman in movies. 100%. That scene alone. I'm not saying that was the best Batman. I'm saying that scene was the best Batman
But
moment.
one scene doesn't define Batman, though, bro.
What you're almost taking a quote out of Batman here.
No.
What's that fucking quote? He's like,
shit. No, I can't even
no.
think of that
He's like, fuck. What is that quote?
one. Which one? From what part movie? Which part? Or what movie?
Batman Begins. He's like,
What?
fuck. I gotta look it up now. It's like on the tip of my tongue, dude. Fuck.
I got a quote for days, man. Just let me know.
All right. Continue talking.
Yeah, man.
Ryan.
So one scene doesn't define the Batman, dude. The Batman. I'm sorry, dude. I can't. I'm not.
I got it. That's right.
Go ahead. What is it?
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. That's almost like what you just said right now, dude.
It's true though. Good, yeah, dude. That was on point actually, dude. But what I'm trying to tell you is that one scene doesn't define the whole.
No,
Batman.
it doesn't. I'm just saying that was the best scene from Batman.
Okay.
Batman, like from a fighting standpoint.
From a writing standpoint.
But
I got
the
you.
best overall. Okay, who's your best overall Batman? I'm assuming Christian Bale, right?
That was my
Right.
That's my
mine,
favorite one.
Mine as well.
Yeah.
What about best Bruce Wayne?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I just said it earlier. I think Ben Affleck was a good Bruce Wayne. I think him playing like the old beat up Batman, like the contemplating if this is what I want to do, kind of followed what happened during the Dark Knight series that came out, where, was he really the bad guy? Is this what he wanted to do? Like I felt he played that well. In that
No, he
acting
did.
sense, that's to me.
It's just the third half of that movie is fucking terrible.
Dude.
I don't want to get into that.
I
because
understand.
I can sit here for hours talking about that
So
shit.
I think he was a better Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, and Christian Bale was an awesome Batman
okay.
to me.
That's fine.
I thought it was
That's fair.
too. Yeah.
It's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
So you have no, excuse me, you have no hope for these new movies then?
So back to what was it? Rock? Who was it?
Bobby.
Bobby. Back to what he was saying, man. It's gotten to the point where like you're changing Batman's like every 2-3 years. That it just you lose interest. Like look at Wolverine. You wanted to follow that story stream because whatever it was, maybe okay writing or however you think, but you had a consistent like person to like follow the story along with. Same thing with Iron Man. Iron Man never changed. Like
We shouldn't use the Marvel as a
but
point of example, only because their standard is.
But I'm okay. I understand. But I'm also
So
using.
good.
I'm also using like you say Deadpool. You could say Wolverine.
But they fucked up Deadpool initially.
Well, because the
In the Wolverine movie.
yeah,
They fucked them up
yeah,
initially. They fixed their mistake though,
they did fix a mistake, and
Yeah.
he jabs at it in Deadpool,
which was funny.
which
Which is really good way of fixing it.
That's the only way you could do it
Right,
in a
right.
Deadpool movie.
And you can't. There's no other character you can fix in that sense the way they did it that way,
I agree.
because you can't acknowledge it in another movie.
You know, when
you
it
know what I mean?
starts, the little figurine and shit, like you see, the movie, the first Deadpool, when you had the
Right.
the Deadpool.
But to your point of consistency, I don't think all the Wolverine movies were good. Even though he was a consistent actor,
but
I thought he was good.
but
But the movies aren't good.
But it still locked you in though, man. Like it was still a consistent person where you knew you were gonna see. Let me see what this storyline holds. And now it's a different person. So now you're also throwing like, well, he's gonna be a good actor. He's gonna be a good Bruce Wayne. He's gonna be a good Batman. Is a director gonna be good? It's so many things going on with that Batman franchise where you're kind of like, oh man, I just hope it's gonna be good. Versus like, man, I want to go see that movie, see how it is. Versus like the needing it to be good.
If you, I don't know if this helps your expectations or whatnot. Did you ever watch the Planet of the Apes trilogy?
I saw 2 of them.
So you saw Dawn of the Apes, Rise of the Apes,
Yes.
and then I forget what the last one is.
I didn't see the last one. That's
Forgot what
like
it's called.
with when they're on the horses and shit, right? Right. That was one of the
Yeah.
trailers. Yeah. So I saw the first 2.
Did you like those movies?
Yeah, dude.
It's the director for those movies that are doing the Batman movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know if that helps a little bit. For,
Ooh, yeah,
yeah.
dude. I thought the Planet of the Apes. I think the second one kind of captivated me.
that was
a little more.
that was my favorite one.
Yeah,
of
the
the
second
three.
was better.
Him and Koba. So
Him and Koba, yep.
Yeah, because and what I like about that, it kind of answers the question of who started the war. It was the apes who ultimately started the war.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We always assume the humans did,
Yeah.
which was
It
a
was-
good assumption. You would assume so, right? Because we're the ones that are torturing them and whatnot. But
Right.
the apes are the ones who started the war. At
Dude,
the end of
that's
the day.
such a good movie, man. I
Yeah.
remember I
You
saw.
should watch the third one. The third one's good too.
Is it on Plex?
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Lou with that Plex, man. Pew
Forget
pew,
what-
pew pew.
I forget what that one's called though. It's Dawn of the Apes, Rise of the Apes, War of the Apes. I think it's War of the Apes.
War of the
Yeah.
Apes. Yeah, I have not seen that one.
It's a good one.
I seen the previews to it. It definitely did catch my eye, but for some reason with work and being busy, I just
I get it.
you know,
I'm just a movie guy, so I watch everything.
I mean shit. But I mean, yeah, I think that definitely kind of changes the opinion of okay, well I'm kind of interested.
Right. Because you can see that guy can direct. So.
Right, but again, it goes
And
back
this was his choice, by the way.
to pick him
He picked this guy. He picked him. So
to go back.
he's
to,
using his vision. You know
to,
what I mean?
To back what I'm saying what I'm trying to tell you is that okay, so now I know that's a good director. But now I'm thinking,
Change the battery in the smoke alarm.
yeah, you hear it, right? It's
Is that what's?
yeah, you hear it, right? You
I
hear that?
thought I heard some beeping. I thought it was your phone.
No, that's the alarm for smoke alarm, dude.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go buy a battery after this.
God damn it, dude. Anyways, I guess we can move on from that topic. But I guess my next. Now I hear it. now I can't
come
hear.
on, so we can wrap it up to go
yeah.
watch this game.
So now that Marvel owns X-Men and Fantastic Four,
yes.
how would you want them to do it? Would you prefer that some of the X-Men have their own solo films? Do you prefer that they just have an X-Men film straight out the gate? Or Fantastic Four for that matter too. I mean,
You know, dude, Fantastic Four, that franchise has always been trash, man. Like all
Yes.
the other ones they made were horrible.
they're all bad.
Horrible movies. Horrible. I would want them to make X-Men movie right out the gate. I think everybody's more familiar. They're a lot familiar with the X-Men, and there's like you couldn't do a lot of things because you were missing characters because they were owned by other people, right?
Right.
So
They're on my Fox.
yeah.
Initially.
Yeah, so now when you have that, dude, the storylines, dude, I just want to see like the cartoon X-Men. Remember the
Yes, of course. How do I forget that?
yeah,
Dude?
so I know now you could have that in an actual fucking movie. That's
Right.
fucking beautiful, dude.
I think they'll do X-Men and Fantastic Four justice. It's only I don't think we're gonna see any of that stuff for like another 3 or 4 years, though. To be honest with you, my only question is I want to know how they're gonna answer the fact that where were the X-Men and Fantastic Four during Endgame? How do you answer that question? They might have to do some multiverse type shit or something.
Yeah, I mean, this could.
Where were you?
There's always gonna be these fucking time fucking loopholes.
And I think the Spider-Man movie is what's gonna open this whole multiverse type thing because they kind of mention it in the trailers that there's like multiverse.
Oh, did it?
Like different universes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they kind of mention it. So I think that's when it's kind of gonna hit at towards that. But I guess in another, who do you want the next Thanos to be?
It's kind of crazy because I think I think he's unstoppable.
I knew you were gonna say
Galactus.
Galactus. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Wouldn't you? Who would be yours?
Mine's I want Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom. That's a
Doctor Doom's a really powerful villain. Who's utilized against the Avengers a lot of times. I want Doctor Doom. Well, let me tell you what the rumor is. First of all, the rumor is supposed to be Norman Osborn and Doctor Doom.
Yes. And that's how they make the Dark Avengers.
The next phase they want to do, though, they want a person who's on the ground level. So let's say like in New York. So let's say like a Doctor Doom on the ground. But they want a galactic, I guess Galactus.
The universe.
They want someone who's a threat around the whole universe as well. So they want someone here and they want someone who's threatening the world as well.
That's dope.
Or universe, I should say. Right. So that's their plan. They haven't really said anything in regards to that. But the big rumor is for the ground level is Doctor Doom and Norman Osborn, which is the Green Goblin. So
wait, repeat that one more time.
Norman Osborn is the Green Goblin. The very first Spider-Man movie ever.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So those are supposed to be like the two heading in the direction. Yeah, heading in that direction. Do you
still use the same Norman Osborn?
Wait,
what's his name?
From back then?
William Dafoe?
No. I would love William Dafoe to be right now, but no, it's too late for that now.
He would make a great Joker, I think.
Yeah, he would most definitely because he's a very he's like Nicolas Cage where they overact. They overact their scenes where it's like very dramatic.
Like a Jim Carrey over.
Well, Jim Carrey's he's a comedic overactor, right? But these guys are dramatic overactors.
Yeah, dude. He would make a great Joker.
The way you put it that way, though, yeah, is like, yeah, absolutely. But I think it's a fair question. Like, do you have so many holes to fill now with this X-Men? Like, the biggest one would be Wolverine. Who would you cast as Wolverine? That's gonna be the biggest controversy, bro. Do you go with an A-list actor? Do you go with an unknown actor so that it doesn't feel like it's a big thing? What do you do?
So who would it go? What do we got? Let me see. Holy shit! What? Those headphones having
That's
what?
Gravy. That's one of my oldest friends.
Oh,
he actually bought me these headphones.
Did he? What's
Yeah.
up, Brady?
Gravy.
Yeah,
Gravy.
Nice. Who do you cast the next Wolverine, dude?
I don't know. No.
Dude.
Well, don't answer that question. Don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm saying, would you personally go with an A-list actor or like an unknown person?
Well, to be fair, I mean, I don't think Hugh Jackman was an A-list.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, I'm saying.
But he set the bar now.
So okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a really big fan of when you set A-list actors to play superhero movies. I think it kills the hype. Like it dies. It fucks up. I think you need non-A-list actors to fucking play these superheroes. Look at
you don't need. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Well, I think you need a A-list actor for the X-Men. You definitely need a. You need one
to play.
So someone needs to carry the show.
To play X-Men. To play Wolverine.
No. In general, there needs to be an A-list actor, a part of the X-Men.
The A-list actor should be Xavier. I think he would be the one that's going to be
I don't
consistent.
think they're going to do it because they've had 2 really good Xaviers already.
Dude, yes.
That's really tough to fill that role.
James
dude.
McAvoy?
James McAvoy is the
Dude.
best, my favorite one of the. James McAvoy in general is he's just a phenomenal actor.
Civil. I think of Civil. Split.
Yeah.
Think about Civil, the other multi-personality
Right.
movie.
It's Patricia.
Dude, that movie's so good. But yeah, dude, to me, non A-list for Wolverine.
Non A-list.
Non A-list.
But you do need an A-list actor for sure. Maybe for Cyclops or some shit like that. You definitely need one.
He's not a main character like that.
Yeah, he is. He's actually the leader of the X-Men. Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men.
Yeah, but who becomes it though?
What you mean?
Wolverine becomes the leader of the X-Men.
No.
Yes, he does.
Wolverine is borderline a bad guy. Wolverine is borderline a bad guy. The only thing that makes him different than not being a bad guy is he has a conscience.
Wolverine.
Yeah, he's not a leader, and he'll tell you the same fucking thing.
But he is the unspoken leader of the group, though.
He leads by example. He's like Khalil Mack. He's not gonna sit there and fucking. He's not gonna build you up.
That's a fucking leader, bro.
He is a leader.
You follow his footsteps. That's how you need for a superhero.
Yeah, but he's not the leader, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so it's safe to say that. So you're saying that Iron Man wouldn't be a leader? It's Captain America.
Yes, that's actually a really good example. Iron Man should be the leader, but Captain America is the leader.
I know, but who started that whole franchise? Who's the one that started it all? That connected all the storylines? Was Wolverine? Was Iron Man?
That doesn't.
Yes,
that,
it does, dude.
That
It
doesn't.
does.
That doesn't mean anything. Just because they started, you're talking about the movies, but you have to use an example of the leaders themselves.
But that's the anchor of the storylines, man.
But that's what I'm saying is, if Cyclops is the leader, he needs to still be the. You don't change that.
Okay, so what about
You don't
public
change that.
perception?
What?
So maybe as big comic buffs as you or I or other people, but just like the general audience. If you ask people not comic savvy,
Well, you have to say Captain America based off the movie.
well, for X-Men, they're gonna say Wolverine.
X-Men.
They're gonna say Wolverine.
I don't think so.
They will
not
say
for leader.
Wolverine.
Not for leader. No, he's not a leader.
But I'm saying, but like the common folk would say that Wolverine would be the captain.
No,
or the
the
leader.
people who read comics, it's Cyclops.
Okay, I just
The
said
non-comic
I just
people.
said
Okay.
I just said non-comic
Right.
savvy
I still
people.
don't agree though.
No, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong.
I still don't agree.
You're fucking wrong.
They might
dude.
say he's the best X-Men, but
No.
that doesn't make him
All
a
right,
leader.
guys in the fucking chat, please fucking help us out. 'Cause this guy's being a fucking jagoff over here.
How am I being a jagoff?
Dude, how? Dude, how?
No, I've never seen The Gifted, by the way. Have not. The problem with Cyclops is they've underplayed him in the recent X-Men. Well, they've underplayed him.
Exactly.
They haven't had a good Cyclops in general. That's the issue.
I don't think he could become a leader or a.
But he is the leader.
He can't be a drawing for fucking X-Men movies. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think they utilize him right in any of these movies.
I don't think they could.
Because he's supposed to be like a very smart and cunning person, but they've always made him like a soft.
Like, unsure.
He's always
boy.
crying during the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's never really like Captain America. Captain America is not the best Avenger, but
No,
he's
no.
most definitely a leader. You can agree with that, right?
For sure.
100%. That's what Cyclops is made out to be. They just have not done that in the movies.
Right.
That's what he's supposed to be. I'm not even a big Cyclops fan. I actually think he's one of the weaker of the bunch, but he is the leader at the end of the day. Is what I'm getting at.
You know, I'm so upset they never got to introduce fucking Gambit, man. I was already huge.
They have
Gambit
introduced him. They did it horribly.
fan. Oh, what movie?
That was Wolverine Origins, I think.
Yeah, dude, that was so.
That movie in
fucking
general is
weak.
just fucking trash.
Dude, that was so.
I don't understand how you have issues making.
Dude,
Gambit is one of the easier characters to do. He's another anti-hero.
He is.
He's one of those guys where, and I hate using anti-hero because it's such a weird
word to say.
right.
Yeah.
Because if anything with anti in front of it, it's the opposite. But that's a Hollywood term.
That's like a villain. Yeah,
Right. It's a Hollywood term. So anti-hero. Anyways, him and Wolverine are pretty much on the same boat, and they always get into arguments all the time. Remember the old school.
Yeah, comics.
No, not the comics. The cartoon. They
Yeah.
fought all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Them two.
Gambit
Because
and
they're almost the same person, minus they have this different philosophies and on certain things.
Mon ami.
Yeah. I'm curious as to what they're gonna do with this stuff.
Dude, if they bring
I would almost want like an X-Men Fantastic Four versus Avengers type thing.
And so that is a comic series, right?
I think X-Men versus Fantastic Four is a comic. I'm not sure X-Men Fantastic Four versus Avengers is a comic.
So X-Men, don't quote me on
Don't
this,
quote you.
but check me if I'm wrong. But don't X-Men kind of do intertwine with Avengers to fight somebody, I think Galactic, somebody, no?
Yeah, they're all part of the Marvel universe.
Right,
so
but they do cross over at some point, right?
they actually supposed to have crossed over in the Infinity War.
In the Infinity War, right?
You know,
That's why-
one of the main leaders in Infinity War was Magneto.
Magneto, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A huge component to that whole thing.
Or the fucking two miracles, they were X-Men. They were called miracles, right? Instead of mutants and shit or whatever the fuck, or X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to how they're gonna. I almost feel like when the X-Men show up, I would assume that the Avengers would see them as a threat in a sense, because it's like, who the fuck are you guys? So I would think they would fight each other. You know what I mean? Almost similar to how the very first Avenger movies was when Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America duked it out. Remember? Because like, who the fuck are you? No, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, like kind of like that. Maybe not a versus, because I'm scared of the word versus now. Ever since seeing Batman versus Superman, where it was called Batman versus Superman, but they only fought for 5 minutes. So I use that word hesitantly now, because that movie, if that movie is the precedent.
Yeah, the president.
Percent, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. For that, I'm a little scared, but I trust Marvel. Marvel really hasn't steered too wrong. I would say 90 to 95% of the movies are all good, minus a certain few, obviously. But 90%, that's a really good fucking.
I would agree with that.
If there's 20 plus movies and I'm saying 90%, that's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I would agree. That's what's up.
I'm curious though, man. Like, I wonder how they're gonna introduce them. It has to be the multiverse. It has to be, because I don't see how you get around that.
You know what, man? Fuck, man. They need to make X-Men great again, bro. Let's be honest, man.
Make X-Men great again.
Dude, they do, because they definitely swayed away from what
I felt like individual characters were better than the X-Men as a whole.
Yes.
Like someone had different parts.
But that's also writing, though. That's also directing. So
it is.
That's a different conversation. So, what we got going on in this chat real quick, so we can address this, because we got to go to this bar, guys. We're gonna go catch this game. You guys want to join us? We'll be at your local bar.
Chat. I'm gonna go take a.
Yeah. So guys, so I'm gonna let you guys know we're gonna meet up at Guides to catch this game 5. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. None of you guys are from Chicago? No, nobody? Anybody? Okay, just let us know. Let's see what we get over here. Let's see. It's crazy how much you guys know about comics. I follow the movies, but didn't read the comics so much, so I feel left out in depth of Well, you know what? We just know enough. Not too crazy enough, but enough to know what should have been in the movies. So we're not gonna give you crazy backstories. So 50 minutes until game time, dude. I know we're gonna end this real quick, guys. So I'm in a hotel in Los Angeles right now. So what are you doing in LA? Just having a good time out there, work, business, or hookers and blow? You let us know. And in Indianapolis, shout out to Indy, Maryland. Oh man, you guys are from everywhere. All right, let's see what we got. We got long drive. I wouldn't make it in time. Epic Andy. I mean, as long as you make it, man, that's all that counts. And so you're there for work. Cool. What do you do, man? What's going on? If you guys want to share our links for the next podcast. I know we're a little bit rusty, but it's been about 3 weeks since we last recorded. So, and we got people from everywhere: Maryland, Indianapolis, LA, Indiana. Indianapolis. God damn it! Yeah. You live that far, Andy? Okay. Learning about our magnetic.
I think he lives. Yeah, he lives in Indianapolis. How far is Indianapolis from Chicago?
I'm assuming you're an engineer. I'm assuming you're like a civil engineer. Indianapolis. I want to say like 6 hours, maybe. No. No way, bro. Listen. No. I don't drive. I fly, dude. I can't do.
If I had to guess, the at the most would be 3 hours.
Dude, so look. I drove from here to Cedar Point 6 hours. Will never do it again. I will fly. Fuck that shit.
That's 6 hours, right?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that shit. I'm straight on that.
Field service for a turbo expand.
3.5 hours. Okay.
Okay, man. Good stuff for you, man. Hey,
Let's
listen.
let's not end this real quick, but let's switch
What-
over to Game of Thrones real quick.
Okay, Game of Thrones. All right, listen.
Or should we save that for like Rick and Lewis?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we should keep that for Rick, right?
You know what?
Let's use like the last 15, 20 minutes. Let's just talk to chat at this point.
All right, talk to us,
Because they've been here pretty much the whole entire time. We'll leave some of these topics for the other guys when they get here. I feel like Rick needs to be here for Game of Thrones though, because he was like the biggest fanatic out of all of us.
So yeah, so they're saying spoilers. So no, we're not gonna talk about it, guys. We're gonna talk.
We are going to be talking about it soon though.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen it now, that's pretty much on you at this point.
Me and Eddie have this theory that if you haven't seen it by now, you
never give a shit about it
You're
anyway.
excluded from spoilers. So if you're, I'm sorry, you have to have seen it. And if you're catching up, then
Gravy's
fuck
a big
you.
troll though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and he's also a St. Louis Blues fan, which he's actually in good position right now. They're going to
dude,
Game 7.
Yes, they are. They are. Goddamn.
When is Game 7? Gravy. He's a Kings and St. Louis fan. I don't like when people pick two teams. I don't like that. You could pick.
What about me? I switch it up a little bit. Oh, you talk about within one sport.
But you're bisexual.
Meh. Has to be debated.
No, if you're gonna do two different teams though, that's for the record. He's not bisexual. If you're gonna do different,
Thank
teams,
you for cleaning that up.
You gotta do different conferences. So you can like the Cubs and you can like the White Sox if you want to. You can't like the Cubs and the Dodgers.
I got you.
I don't like that. That's too weird to me.
Yeah,
I don't. I feel like
I would agree.
You're cheating in a sense of like you have two teams. You know?
I see what you're saying. Actually, what do you got over here? Let's see. Never watched one episode. Don't if you haven't seen it yet, just don't.
You
even
haven't
start.
watched? God, Gravy. I would be losing my shit right now. Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, bro. If that was the Blackhawks haven't made it to Game 7 because we win before then. But that's just the Blackhawks.
This is true. This is true.
Oh man, I love me hockey when. But the only issue I have with hockey is I can't watch hockey unless my team's in it. Football, I can watch any team. Basketball, I can watch any team.
So you know what that is?
Hmm.
Because you love the sport of football more than you do hockey.
Wait, what's football have to do with anything?
Well, because you could only watch hockey if it's your team playing. Versus
Okay, well, I guess the next question would be because I always ask this question. I'm pretty sure I already asked you this question.
Ask it.
All four. What are your four favorite sports? Obviously the main ones, right? Basketball, baseball, hockey.
In no particular order?
No. But wait. So those four, right? So it's basketball, hockey, football, baseball, right?
No.
No. Not order. Wait.
General.
Give me a second. I'm saying those are the four major sports, right? Four major sports here. Obviously soccer's the main, but you know what I mean.
Soccer's trash.
Whatever. Anyways, all four are playing right now on TV.
Which one I'm watching?
Which one are you watching? You only could watch one. Which one are you watching on TV right now?
Man,
I already know my answer. You already know my answer. Mine's is 100%. Mine's is the easiest one.
Dude, listen. So, I love all of them. I grew up playing baseball.
Fucking son.
But I'm gonna be super honest with you on this question. I'm in a dark room. They remove the trash bag from my head. Gun to the head. I gotta choose one. Pick the right one or else you die. It would have to be football.
Mine's is.
It would be football.
No question.
It would be football.
No question.
Yeah.
For me, football, 100%.
My second one would be basketball than baseball, and they're interchangeable, but I think more basketball.
My order is football.
Dick.
But well, of course that too. Football by far, like that's almost its own category.
Right.
So I'm gonna use the other three.
Right.
It'd be baseball thereafter, basketball, and then hockey. Then that's not to diminish what, because I'm sure you've seen my level of excitement during hockey season.
Yeah.
So imagine that's my least favorite of the four.
Yeah,
you know what I
no.
mean? Like,
But that's just you because again, but that's with your team.
when it
but
comes to sports,
but
oh my
I've
god.
seen you at your level of excitement for you not rooting for your football team. But again, that's because you love football. It's same with me.
I do.
Like, I love Drew Brees. Do I like the Saints? Meh. I don't. I hate the Patriots. I hate Tom Brady. Like, so, again, I'll root for the team that I like because I like football. I can watch anybody play. But obviously, if I have to watch the Bears versus having to watch fucking the Packers, who gives a fuck,
Right. I think fantasy football makes a big difference too, though, because it can make any game watchable.
It does.
Like you could watch a Jaguars versus Cincinnati.
But you've never had like where like fuck man, you almost like don't want your team to win, and it kind of takes away from your experience because you're on that
So
Sunday night game, Monday night game.
If you're talking about like I'm gonna choose fantasy football over the Bears, no, 100% no. But like I would always choose Bears any fucking day of the week. I would take last place any year in fantasy football for the Bears to win a Super Bowl. Sure. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right.
Fantasy football is just an incentive to watch more games. That's pretty
true.
Much. Like,
but don't be
like those days where I'm at Guides literally all fucking day. Do you think I would be there if it wasn't for fantasy football all day? No, there's no chance. Yeah. I would just wait for my game.
For the record, he does stay there all fucking day.
All day. So this bar I would go to pretty much every fucking game. And it's not a great bar, but it is a good bar. Like they have good food, good drinks. I'd go there. I'd stay there from noon all the way till about 8 when they kick us out, and then I'd go to another bar where like either sometimes with Michelle we'll go to Laverne's, or I'll go with Chava to Simone's or something like that. I hate fucking Simone's, but I'm lit at that point. You know what I mean? I'm lit at that point.
Simone's is so close to my spot. I love Simone. Simone's it for me.
Fuck the Patriots, Bobby says. Andy's been into golf of late. That's just something I can't really get into. Like
Andy, do you actually golf? Because I've golfed throughout the years, but not anything serious. If you wanna drive to Chicago, let's do it, man.
Gravy said he's a Bruins and Blues fan. How the fuck does that? What happened to the Kings?
What? Who are you, dude? Stop, man. No.
I actually invited Andy to. What the fuck did I invite him to? I asked him about coming out here.
If I meet him, we're gonna have a serious conversation. We're gonna put you in the corner and talk to you real quick.
But he has some shit going on. I forgot what the. Twitch Chicago. They had a meetup.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. They do it like twice a year. I told him if you wanted to stop by with that, because the place that they do it at, I used to go to that land center all the fucking time.
That's what's up. That's that's really when I got interested watching golf. That's what's up, man. I'm a Twitch meetup in Chicago. It was
that's what you're talking about. Fuck, I was in Chicago, man. God, are you serious, Gravy? Jesus, man. I've known you for like 4 years.
So you met through like what, gaming and shit? Like just random games?
I met Andy through, he created a role play server on Arma. It's a game. He created it himself, like from scratch, a role play server, meaning you know what a role play is, I presume, right?
So not porn?
Sure, not porn.
Oh, then I don't know. Then I don't know what he's talking about.
So in this game, you role play as a certain character, like you're essentially acting, okay? And that's how I met like 90% of my gamer friends as of recent. I mean, I have a bunch of gamer friends.
So what is the objective of this game?
There's no objective. You create your own objective. It's all role play. You go in the server, you create the content. So we were making movies and stuff like that. I wish I could show you. I wish you could hear the audio.
You're talking about
like remember how I showed you that shit on the TV that one time?
Yeah. So kind of like how if I could throw something out there, like when like Halo did like those little scenes and shit, like
that. What was that, Red versus Blue?
Yeah, Red versus Blue.
Yeah.
It's like that. Okay.
But in a more broad scale, because that was towards Halo. Us was more towards like everyone is a different person. So like there was a lot of confliction and.
I got you.
One day I'll go through my whole playlist on YouTube and show you.
I got you.
Like the stories that we did. But yeah, it was
that's
fucking
cool,
dope.
Dude. That's cool.
So that's how I met him. Gravy I met through another streamer who was also coincidentally role playing, and then we started. I would go into that stream all the time, and then I started talking to Gravy, and then eventually that streamer rated me. He's the one, the streamer that me and him mutually know. I still haven't seen him streaming forever, but he raided my channel one night. Raiding means that you bring over everyone from your channel to another channel.
Oh,
so he came over there.
That's awesome.
And Gravy kind of stuck around and kind of built off that, because every time he would get off, because he lives in the UK, the guy I'm talking about.
Oh shit!
I think it was the UK.
His viewers would stay out there to watch you.
He then pretty much like my channel was open at that point.
Oh, so they would kind of like just watch you and shit.
Right. So that's how I got introduced to role playing in general.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, okay. I got introduced to that. So that's how pretty much I met most of these people, was through role playing, which I'm grateful for. Which I don't really role play as much anymore, and it's really exciting to do it. To role play, it's just that you have to invest a lot of time because you have to create content.
That was called Kelly's Island.
Kelly's Island was the city itself, but the game was called Arma.
Okay.
So he made the map because you're able to customize anything.
Oh,
He
so
made the
so
map.
it's kind of like a Minecraft kind of Sims meets.
Yeah, and more realistic though. Think
Gotcha.
Grand Theft
No, no,
Auto
no, 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 no.
graphics.
Yeah,
Grand Theft
yeah,
Auto
I, yeah,
graphics.
I
Yeah.
understand that. I understand. It's
Right.
not gonna be like freaking bit graphics and shit.
My cousin says, "Tell me the story of how I met you, Eddie." I don't like to talk about depressive stories.
Please no, this is not that kind of channel.
Open bar at the hotel opening up. Need a smoke. Have a good night, everyone. Gonna keep up with this though. Super cool. Absolutely. We probably will be streaming
We'll be
next
streaming
Sunday.
next Sunday. So
Upcoming Sunday. Right.
coming Sunday.
Upcoming Sunday.
We'll be streaming coming Sunday. So we're thinking maybe doing like a brunch, maybe stream, maybe a little bit more midday, maybe 3 o'clock. So if you guys wanna come and watch this, we'll be here. We'll do another stream for you guys. We'll have
Yeah,
some more topics.
it'll be this upcoming Sunday, which I don't know the fucking date, but whatever. The next Sunday that's coming up.
Next Sunday is gonna be the next date. So, we're gonna post it up in all of our.
You're gonna be at airplane
handles.
that time. Well, I'm gonna be posting audio for this. I'm gonna try to like on Spotify, iTunes, all that type of shit. So, for those people who don't get to watch it live,
Yeah. So if you can't catch it, you'll catch it eventually on your own time. So.
I haven't uploaded one yet to any of these fucking things yet. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. But I read into the requirements of it, so we're gonna see.
Yeah. So we're gonna try for you guys. We'll see how that goes. So just bear with us. We're trying to make good content as we go. So just catch us.
And then since it's Sunday, we might be able to get Lewis and Rick involved for this one. At least Lewis. I don't know what Rick typically likes to do stuff on Fridays. But
Yeah. No, it's not happening.
it's really hard for me to get off on Fridays.
Maybe in the next episode you can allow callers in Discord. Or
I'm always
something.
scared of doing the whole callers thing.
Yeah,
to
you
be
know
honest,
what?
because
Because
there's a lot of fucking trolls, man.
Yeah, and it's live streaming, man. So you know what? Yeah, just if you want to troll.
I mean, obviously,
Troll
it
in
would
the
it'd have to be like you people that guys that I know. But my issue is, one of our issues is that we have audio issues with getting audio from the computer right now.
Yeah, so
We can't hear anything that's on the computer. So if I want to pull something up, it's muted. If I want to pull it on a song, it's muted. We need to figure something out with that. Everyone blame #Lewis because Lewis said he would help me with that, and then he fucking didn't.
but he'll come.
We have a mixer. We had actually the wire too, but we were getting some type of feedback from it.
We're gonna figure it out, guys.
We'll figure it out, though.
When we do, we'll take that in consideration for sure.
Yeah, we will figure it out because it sucks playing a song at the beginning, and I only can go based off the timing of it to make it seem cool. Which we might as well do that as an outro too. How we did the intro, we might as well do it as the outro as well.
I'm down with that.
Once we do it here in a few.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. Thank you for hearing us out this week. We'll be up again on Sunday. If you want to follow us on our handles, follow me on Twitter, Roger the Sixth. Right. Snapchat would be GFK_89, guys. So I'm on there for you guys to follow me.
Bobby says definitely got to fix the smoke alarm. I didn't even notice that until
I got you guys.
Andy said something.
I'll fix it, Bobby. Thanks.
And he fucking glass shattered me.
Thanks for the heads up, man.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna fix that one too. That definitely was not on earlier, or I would have said something. It had to happen midstream. It had to happen midstream at some point. No. That's a good thing you mentioned it because if that was, I'd be losing my mind hearing that when the VOD came up later on. Like, why the fuck didn't someone say something?
It's been on. He's colorblind.
Yeah, because that has to deal with noise too.
Yes, somehow.
So you guys can follow. Obviously, most of you already follow me on Twitter, which is at ChicagoEHD. That's where I post most content or me talking crap about certain stuff.
Fun stuff.
Letting you guys know when the next stream is and all that good things. Where else can you follow? On Instagram, I believe it's, I think it's at ChicagoDriven.
At ChicagoDriven.
I'm pretty sure I have it under that.
HD, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, guys, I am.
I don't really use Instagram like that.
Rogelio.salas.98.
If you guys want to follow me on Snapchat, I believe it's Snapchat. I use kind of frequently. It's If I don't know who you are, though, I might not fucking do it. EH-D. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna take off here. We have a little bit of an outro, kind of still trying to test it because we can't fucking hear what the fuck it does. So
Chudo,
I'm gonna start playing the song now, and then at 40 seconds of this fucking song, we out this bitch. What you think of the soul, the beer?
You know what? It was better than what I got. Yeah,
I told
you.
you.
Know what?
You didn't trust
It's a good light beer, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it has like an MGD feel, like something my dad would drink back when he was like in his 20s. Cause
Okay.
It's a clear bottle thing. So I'm a fan, man. I liked it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Right. Well, we're gonna be back next Sunday, like I said, around 3, 4. I'll keep you guys posted over on Twitter. Anyways, latest.